she rises.
Morning.
Alright. Yes, so, hello everybody. Welcome to Crabby D&D. This is the Seekers. We're back again for another Sunday session. I am here with my players. Sudz.
Hello.
Playing as Malcom. Harlan.
Hello.
Playing as Sasha. Sam.
Hello.
Playing as Elsyan. Simon.
Hello.
Playing as Queglod. And Infernal.
Hello.
Playing as Bhold. So, first off with a few announcements, just so I can hear from Sound Guy. Thank you to Zenosa for all the art that she's managed to put through. Even though MCM is coming up, she's still managed to put through art. I've got Featherwing, so this little beaut. He's already, well, pseudo dragon, so he's all ready to go. Along with the magnificence of Derpy Boy, if you haven't already seen him. And he's beautiful. He's my favourite so far. So, thanks to Zenosa from that. Who of you haven't seen Derpy Boy yet? I think it's just Sam and Harlan, isn't it?
Probably.
Yeah.
There's Derpy Boy. He is the greatest.
Oh, I love him.
He is the...
Doesn't beat generic human.
No, he beats generic human. Derpy Boy is...
No, he doesn't.
Alright. Well...
I'm sorry, but Chris, I found my pet. Can I have a tiny one of these?
You can go and find one. So... also,
Suddenly we're in a swamp.
Also, thank you to Tabletop Audio for the service they provide. You heard Drunken Sailor then. My party's favourite song of all time. Well, not really.
Yay.
But, all the same, they have good tracks. Allows you to spice up your D&D games a bit more. A little bit more enthusiasm and environment to your games and ambience. And also a thank you to Dungeon Painter Studio for allowing me to make maps like these. You may be seeing the other two shortly. Other than that, we have our party here. And I believe, yep, we are all ready to go. So, unless anybody has anything else they wish to say.
Potato.
Bananas!
Banana. Sudz beat you to the punch. So, last session, our party of adventurers, Sasha, Queglod, Elsyan, Bhold, and Malcom, used what time they had around Adamanthia for the week before the festival to start off the day by a series of matches against Elsyan, utilising his new dragon chess set. With some more underhanded tactics pulled off by Sasha and the others during Sasha's match, the party still, despite this fact, lost all games to Elsyan, who, despite previously knowing this, is now the esteemed intelligence of the group. So, with a little bit of throwaway time, the party went to visit Grindel, their previous adversary and friend within the Spider's Nest, a Taratan who chose to defy his masters. Going and visiting him in his new home within the old Temple of the White Rat, now cleared out of all the gunk and the old depictions of the Battle of the Dawn Marshals now being exposed, the party had their curiosities piqued, and went to investigate a desecrated shrine to Devad that they had been told about, where Sasha, in an attempt to destroy the last remaining tapestry to Devad in that room, came across a hidden doorway that led further down. Moving forward, the party overcame some traps, and now stands within a smooth stone-cut room, with 4 skulls carved out of stone and mantled on the walls, and one larger skull above a large iron doorway before them. And written around the room, in old dry blood, the wording, "The one who calls shall answer. My soul is shattered, broken, void. My will remains eternal." The party, seemingly lost in what to do next, they stand within this room with many questions and queries on their mind as to what this place is. So, would anyone like to do anything in particular?
Stunned silence. Okay, I'm gonna have a look around the room, see if there's any clues to this riddle
Feel
or
free.
whatever it is.
Feel free to move your tile. May I remind you, there are currently 2 gargoyles here. They were investigated, and they have these small symbols on the backs of their heads. And the iron doorway is over this way, and then there are the 4 skulls in the corners of the room.
No, I'm gonna push up past the rest of them and try to check out this door.
Okay.
Actually, see if it's locked or not.
Okay. With your natural investigation, you look at it. It has no door handle. It is a smooth iron door with a slit down the middle where you think it might part and either swing open or slide open. There are no depictions, no nothing. There are rivets in place along the top and the sides of it, but that's it.
Could I like check for trap?
Sure, yeah, investigation check. I will say, Elsyan, just for the sake of it, when it comes to checking for traps, you'll have to do investigation
yeah.
checks. Looking around, you're kind of looking at all these bits and pieces. You don't notice any traps per se. You notice that the wall, or the walling, next to the skulls is worn, almost.
Worn how? And this
As
is
if,
stonework, right?
As if the stone has been moved, or moves. Particularly the hinges on the jaw.
Right. So, from this, I with my stoneworking,
which is acting as if you're
cunning.
proficient. Yes.
Yes. That would mean that could I perhaps work out the exact motion in which it would move or open? Let us say.
Seemingly, with the way it currently stands, the skulls stand there with their mouth closed, effectively. Or stand placed there with their mouth closed. By the looks of it, it looks as if the bottom jaw will slide down almost. And it's not just one of them. It's all of them.
Right. Well, so there. I didn't see any traps or anything about the room.
No,
yes?
you saw no traps from what you could tell.
Right. I'm going to investigate around the room, looking for some sort of hint to this.
Okay.
What's going on?
Before you proceed,
Someone else. Done now.
I just want to try and push this door because
if you wish to push the door, you're welcome. Okay. As you take a step forward and you begin to look through this, you feel a faint magical essence as you step into the space and you look and you see the eyes of the gargoyle flicker. Queglod, with the eyes of Felipe, you see the back rune on the back of the gargoyle flicker as well, as Sasha has passed some form of, not necessarily a beam, but something that's kind of influencing them. As this happens, you hear a ticking sound. You have 2 minutes. You watch as the side skulls, the jaws open, they fall open, and there is a gaping void behind them. What do you do?
I step away from there
Okay.
as quickly as I.
The ticking sound is continuing, by the way. You've got 2 minutes before something happens.
Okay.
Okay.
I didn't see anything there. What's happening? The gargoyle's
inside
eyes
the skulls.
The
was
hinges
where we
or
started.
the teeth on the skull?
The jaw of the skulls opened up. It fell down to kind of open like a mouth with a hole behind it.
Okay, so this gargoyle over here, does it look movable? Or the floor, does it look like it's possible for it to be moved?
No,
or...
it's stuck in place. It's built into the floor.
Okay. So this void sort of thing going on here, like what exactly does it look like? Does it look like blackness? Does it look like void? Does it look like...
It's a dark circle which you can't see into.
Elsyan, how's that door looking?
I'm going to try and push the door.
Okay. I'm going to say
Just
now
to see
you
if I
push
can
the
get back.
door, it's sturdy and locked in place as if it doesn't swivel at all.
I thought so. At all.
At all.
So there's no
Right.
point.
Maybe we have to put something in there.
40 seconds.
Oh god. Well, we could. Anyone else got any ideas? Because I'm out of them.
Okay, are there any like rocks or debris on the ground?
No, it's smooth cut. It's dust and that's it.
Alright, well in that case, I'm going to take
If you wish to call back anything, you're welcome to do so.
Okay, I think we should get out of here.
You think?
We need to leave, guys.
Okay.
Yes, let's go.
As you say that, you can't move. Move back.
Okay, my question here is...
Sasha, shut up.
As you say that, and you go, we need to get out of here, there's a... And you watch as the skull above you, Elsyan, the jaw falls open. And there's this... sound, and you hear and watch this large metallic serpent slither out from the head and the skull, the open mouth now of the skull. The skulls around the room remain open with the jaw stuck open, and the serpent crawls out and now sits before you on the ground right next to you, Elsyan. You also watch as the two gargoyles begin to move and shift, their form now coming alive with this radiant energy. I'd like everyone to roll initiative, please.
Oh, hell no.
See, the issue I was going to talk about with the timing there was that was 2 minutes real time. I thought it was 2 minutes.
No, that's 2 minutes real time. That's a time challenge.
I was gonna say move the teeth on the skulls, maybe.
Yeah, well, there's only a certain number of things we can say in 2 minutes, so you know.
Alright, so I would like
Sometimes
to...
ideas get drowned out.
Yep.
Doesn't matter.
I would like to know everyone's initiative.
20.
Hold on. Just typing in the gargoyles and the Naga.
Naga?
Yep, the Naga. Alright, so Naga's initiative is not bad actually.
How is this a Naga exactly?
4 and...
How's it not a Naga?
Or is it a Naga?
Okay, so 25 to 20.
20.
Yes. 21.
21. What is your dexterity?
My dexterity.
Yes. Or your dexterity mod, I should say.
+3.
Okay, so you go ahead of that one. Okay, 20 to 15.
Did you write mine down?
Yes, I wrote yours down. 20 to 15? No one? 15 to 10?
14.
14. 10 to 5.
I have a 9.
7.
9 and 7. Okay. So I just have to swap you two around in my initiative. Alright, so... Elsyan, seeing this large metallic serpent crawl down before you, slinking down, you watch as its head mildly swivels in place and begins to survey the room. You watch as its form switches round to stare at you now.
Hello. Well, hello there. Sorry to interrupt. No,
Watch diplomacy.
I guess does. No, I'm not on diplomacy. Elsyan is the last person you want doing any form of diplomacy.
Oh, I have the best idea for the thing that won't work but would be hilarious.
Oh no. What?
I can't tell you. It'd be metagaming.
Fine then.
Elsyan, what do you like to do? You're at the top of the round.
I guess I can tell this thing has a mind that I can
It
rip apart.
doesn't seem to have a mind. It seems to have a tethered connection, which is giving it a mild intelligence. Nothing more.
So would my shit even work on it?
You don't know.
Go for your weakest thing, and then to ascertain whether you can actually affect it.
So I'm going to do Mind Thrust on it. Chris, Mind Thrust.
Okay, that's a intelligence saving throw, I'm assuming.
Mind Thrust, yes. Intelligence saving throw.
Okay,
Okay,
intelligence saving
detail.
throw. That's a natural 20. That's a good roll.
Well, shit.
So it takes no damage as you go to Mind Thrust. It seems to have no effect.
Huh. Well then. This ain't good. I can't really get out of its range without revoking opportunity.
Just take it like a man.
No!
You can't though!
I can't! I swear, I've got 2 health potions, fuck it.
Okay, it's going to get an attack of opportunity on you. And it's going to... So that is a 19 to hit you.
Well, shit!
Okay, you take 7 points of piercing damage as its fangs reach down and latch into your shoulder. You watch as its head rears back and tears, and you watch this scatter of blood across its fangs in the ground before you.
Ow, that hurt. Someone get it. I don't like it.
Okay. That's the end of your turn.
Yeah, that's the end of my turn.
Okay, Gargoyle 2 is going to move up. And with his turn, he is going to... He is first going to bite, and then he is going... Oh no, he's first going to claw, and then he's going to bite at you, Queglod. So, that's a natural 1.
Cool.
So as he goes to attack, Felipe flies in, swirls around the gargoyle's head, distracting him as he looks around, and the claw from its stone hand swings through and misses you quite well before it reaches in and attempts to go for a bite attack. So it has disadvantage due to the natural 1, making that a 9 to hit. I assume that fails.
That fails.
Okay. As it goes to bite, Felipe again gets in the way. It reaches down to grab your shoulder, and you just quickly block with your dark iron staff as it bites into it before it pulls back, seemingly unaffected. Bhold,
Hello.
you are up.
Alright. This guy's facing Elsyan, right?
Yes, currently.
Right. I would like to Frenzied Rage.
Frenzied Rage.
Yep.
Okay. So you go into a wild Frenzied Rage.
Yep.
You don't get advantage from attacking from behind. Elsyan has to be flanking on the other side for that to work.
Oh. Wait, what?
Just as a heads up.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Never mind then. Alright. It's just like a snake, right? It's not connected to the floor.
No,
and-
it's just a giant snake. Yeah.
Is it metal?
Yeah, it's made up all of these little bits of metal shard which overlap like scales or plating.
I'll try and knock some of those off.
Okay, so you're going for a regular attack? Or are you going for a reckless one? Reckless?
Yep.
Okay. So you get 1d6.
Oh yeah, whoops.
1d6,
Whoa.
1d12. I'll move the die, don't worry. There you go. So if you're going for reckless, go all in. That is a what to hit?
That is a +7, so 13.
Nope,
Assume
that does not
doesn't-
hit. As you swing your axe down, you, now in a frenzied rage, your eyes burning red, you swing down, hits it and it rings off. There's this ringing sound through the room, and you watch as it begins to stare at you from doing this. I would like you to make a wisdom saving throw, please.
Fuck.
Total?
12.
12? No, you look at it now. This thing strikes fear into you. and you feel your body begin to give beneath you, your legs begin to shake as that attack was ineffective, but that was everything you had. Can you even defeat this thing? And doubt begins to wash over you. If you wish to move, you may only move away from it. You have disadvantage when attacking this thing, by the way. At the end of its turn, it is going to ignore you. It is going to move up to Elsyan. So you get an attack of opportunity with. How does reckless attack work? It's for the rest of the turn, or until the beginning of your next turn?
Gain advantage on strength attack rolls for this turn.
Okay,
So yeah, I would
so
have
you
it.
wouldn't have it. So you have disadvantage on this attack because of the fear. The opportunity.
Infernal, he's our Goliath. Do it, kill it, skin it,
You roll with disadvantage if your
die
opportunity
it. I
attack.
don't know.
No. As you swing down, as you don't even swing down with your axe, you stand there and you just drop your axe and you go down onto your knees. You will see this as Behold's given up. You are now considered prone, but not. Yeah, you're prone and disarmed. Your weapon's on the ground. Elsyan, I would like you to make me a strength saving throw, please.
Fucking bastard.
Okay, that makes that a.
Oh, no, actually, well, it's Sam. That's better.
17.
Yep, and it's just a straight 17.
Okay, that.
Next rest, I'm beating them out.
Okay, so you meet the DC, so you're actually okay for this. As it goes to lash forward towards you, attempting to coil round you, you push yourself into the corner and it hits against the stone. It pulls itself back, very much annoyed with you for not letting it continue on with what it wants to do.
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't want to be killed today. Giant metal serpents. Just so
Queglod,
polite these days.
it is your turn. Sasha, you are next. Malcom, you are following.
Okay, right. We're going to deal with this guy. Don't want to be. Don't want to be Eldritch Blasting because of the proximity. So instead, I will. Yeah, where it tried to bite at me, I'm going to try and grab it by the jaw and shocking touch it.
Okay, that's an attack roll, or is that a?
That is a melee spell attack.
Okay.
I don't suppose this guy's wearing any metal.
No, this guy is stone.
Stone, yeah.
I mean, you could go for the one that's made of metal with it.
He
Actually,
could, but
yeah,
then
I
he'd
can't-
have to make an opportunity attack because he's been moving out of his
Yeah.
range. Unfortunately, yeah.
Yes.
That's just how it is. That is a total of what?
12
12?
total.
No, as you go to shock and grasp it, you put your hands around its jaw. It looks down at you and begins to attempt to bite down. You have to pull your hand away before you can get the full spell off. A little bit of sparks leaving your hand as you go to do so. That is your action.
That was my action. I'm gonna have. What's I'm gonna do? Yeah, I'm gonna have Felipe fly around the back.
Okay.
Try and like peck at the back of its neck.
Okay.
Just to see if I can
Question,
find a weak
does
point.
Felipe
So-
gain advantage here?
No, because he's a tiny creature versus a. Actually, no, because it's with you. Yeah, it would count because you're one size larger than him.
Yeah.
Yeah, you are you small or are you medium?
I small.
Okay, yeah.
Small
So yeah, this
halfling.
would work.
Yeah, this is a combo that I definitely took into account.
Yeah, so go for it. You have
Yeah.
advantage on this attack roll with Felipe versus
Cool.
a gargoyle.
That is.
What could
+4.
possibly go wrong?
Sure. Right, that is a 19.
Okay. That does hit, so he does 1 point of damage.
One piercing damage.
He's the
yeah.
first person to do damage this combat.
Yay!
Felipe is currently the MVP of this fight.
Mhm.
As he flies around the back and pecks at something, pecking at the symbol, you watch as there's a flash of arcane around the body as the strike hits. Seemingly a natural peck wouldn't have done anything, but the fact that he's striking the magical symbol seems to be having a mild effect.
Okay, I can get behind that.
Okay, I'm the. I assume. Yeah, I assume I've figured this out as well. since I'm
Yeah,
directly
you've watched
behind
this
them.
happen.
Yeah. Okay, so I'll yell out to everyone. The backs of the necks are the weak points for the gargoyles.
Sasha.
Well, they seem to have. Well, after hearing that, I can move without provoking
Yep,
an opportunity
as
attack.
long as you
I
stay
remain
within zone of
range.
control. Yep.
All right. Can I aim my Smashfist hammer at the back of its neck?
Okay. That's fine
Or
by me. You
where the symbol is.
Yes. This will just be a regular attack roll because there is not someone directly across from you.
Yes, I'm aware.
And this is just a regular basic attack.
Well, yeah.
So that's 21 to hit.
Yeah.
What's the
my
damage?
my weapon is magical, so 1d8 plus 4.
D8 plus 4. Okay. Okay. As you swing back your hammer and you bring it forward, you collide with the back of the symbol. You watch as there's a and you watch as its form turns to stone before crumbling to dust before you as you struck it.
Well, that worked.
Entire form of the gargoyle is gone.
All right. Can I? I'm.
Can you encourage me,
Elsyan,
please? I'm going to
close to
escape.
Elsyan, how close to dying are you?
Not too far off right now.
All right.
Encouragement.
Harlan, do you want a kind of weirdly specific scale on how close to dying I am?
Yes, on a
You
scale
can
of-
metagame and tell each other your HP. That's fine.
On a scale of 0 to 24, I'm a 17.
Oh, that's fine then. I don't care.
Exactly.
He's
Um,
fine. You just don't know how much damage that previous thing did.
Okay,
Yeah,
I'm gonna
well-
use my. I'm gonna use Shield of Faith on Elsyan because I can use it as a bonus action.
Okay. So,
And
Shield of Faith, the casting range is 30 feet on that. I'm fairly certain it is, but I'm just making sure.
60 actually.
60? Okay, even better. So yeah, your concentration is currently being taken up by Shield of Faith. As you
I'm aware.
grab your holy symbol around your neck to Aturan, there's this burning flame that travels through your hand. Do you wish to summon the beard?
I would love to summon the beard.
You all watch as where Sasha has this this scarf and mask on in front of her, below her nose to kind of cover her mouth and where a dwarven beard would be. You watch as the scarf falls down, revealing a tattered scarring on her lower chin, which immediately erupts into this bright red flame that trickles off of her chin and down onto her chest, just where the holy symbol is. You place your hand outwards, and Elsyan, you watch as these holy shields begin to form around the outside of you, swirling around with this kind of a red hue and glow to them. The symbol of a Turan on the front. Your AC has been increased by 2.
Yay!
You got to admit that's some good imagery right there. Thanks, Chris. That was very good. Thank you.
Welcome. I believe Malcom, you're next.
Well, I'm going to use bark skin on myself,
Okay. So
and I'm also going to use shillelagh.
okay. So as you use Shillelagh as your bonus action, you watch as Lighthouse again. The previous ivy and thorn and vines around the outside begin to swirl into this main head form, becoming this thorned hook almost on the end, with the strange budding of flowers on the end of it, with the crystal partially embedded in the wood itself. And you watch as this form begins to take hold. You watch as the outside of Malcolm's form, his clothes and his skin, go from the... What colour is your skin again? It's...
Red.
Red. Oh, yeah, it's just base red. You watch as his base red skin, a little bit darker or lighter than usual.
Fade red.
Faded red, there we go. As his faded red skin begins to crawl over with these cracks as you watch as his skin pops out in this form of a bark-like motion, turning brown, light shade of red within, forming over and glazing over his body. Pulling back the hood, you watch as the horns grow into these antlers with these growing buds on the tips of them. You're fully done?
Then I'm gonna have Featherwing come over here and sting this guy.
Okay. Okay, so that's just a regular attack roll. Go for it. Actually,
Yes.
no, that would be with advantage. Wait. Sam, you're medium, aren't you?
Medium.
Yep, so it wouldn't count. It would just be a regular attack roll.
Well, yeah, I just wanted the attack.
Question though, if Felipe goes on the other side,
Yes.
then would it count?
Yes, it would.
Fun.
Okay, combos, boys.
No, I have a feeling that doesn't hit.
Yeah. As the stinger from as Featherwing lands on the back and begins to try and jam a stinger in, it pings off of the outside, unable to really connect. Featherwing backs off and begins to hover in the air. The Naga seems to have taken no notice of its presence. Okay.
That's my turn.
That's your turn. Okay. Gargoyle is going to go around the corner and attack you. So that is just going to be a basic attack roll. You've got your AC now. That is a total of 10 to hit. I assume that
Nope.
doesn't hit with your AC up as it is. As it goes to strike at you, its stone claws rake across the front of your chest where the bark is, and you watch as these cuts appear in it. Or they quickly heal over as the bark regrows into a very thick skinned area, providing a little bit of bonus protection. The gargoyle then goes for a bite on your shoulder, this time as a 19. As it lunges forward and bites into your upper shoulder. Its teeth sink in like daggers, as it does a total of 6 points of piercing damage to you. You also need to make a Constitution saving throw, and I believe you have Warcaster, so you have advantage on this.
I do not.
You do not.
So...
Okay, so it's just a regular Constitution saving throw, where the DC is 10 because of the damage, or because of the base of 10. Sorry.
Nope, of
That's
course.
a natural 1. As it bites in, you watch as this strange energy from the outside of the gargoyle spreads through, breaking and cracking as you watch as the bark falls away and falls to the ground before turning to an immediate dust. That ends its turn. Elsyan, back at the top of the round.
I am utterly terrified.
I think you
Me,
are.
not Elsyan doesn't like to be staring death in the face. Elsyan likes to be as far away as possible from death.
You could try ego whipping it.
Nah, I'm just because I'm still not 100% sure if my stuff works on it. I'm gonna go for something a little bit heavier, but not as heavy as Ego Whip, with Hammer of Inquisition.
Side point number?
I'm gonna give it 1 side point.
1 side point? Okay, so that's
This. Yep.
That's an
Oh.
intelligence saving throw. Okay, that
And if
is I believe that is a 10. Yes.
Yes, that hits for full.
Okay,
Nice.
so your damage is 1d10. Go ahead.
Yes.
We just see this thing just get donked out of the way.
10. Okay, as you bring down
The curse has been lifted.
a mental hammer slamming on the side of it, you watch as there's a mild shudder, but nothing more.
Nothing more.
Seems to have taken the damage. Seems to have been less than you may have hoped for. And any additional effects have been cancelled out.
Oh no.
So this is what we call the Elsyan fucker.
I think this might get to a stage where I'm actually going to resort to my spear. But I've only just remembered that I have.
You also have a hand crossbow, which you always say you want to keep remembering to use. I've reminded you
I
this.
forgot to say the thing that was very important that I was going to say to Elsyan. That would have been great.
We'll try and remember to do it next round.
Okay, can I just metagame quickly, just to tell you what it is, so that you can so you can think it over before I actually tell you in game?
It's the end of his turn anyway, so sure.
Do it. I can't do
It's
anything.
a snake. You've got a flute.
I have
Be
two.
a snake charmer.
I've got a flute, and then I've got a scary flute.
You do have a spooky flute.
Yes.
Floogie
other
flooty.
note- Yeah, one other thing to note, Sam, is you don't have to stay there.
As long as you don't.
Thank you, Simon.
As long as
Thank
you.
you, Simon, for reminding me. I can move more
Yes.
than most people can move.
Okay, here's an interesting thought. Can you move? Theoretically, he can move behind Featherwing, so that if it goes to attack
Can I
him,
go around and cower behind Featherwing?
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely have the movement for it. I am now hiding behind a little
the
bastard.
small
dragon.
half dragon.
Little bastard of a half dragon.
Okay.
Sorry, Sudz. We got your dragon killed.
Okay.
It's a familiar. It comes back even if it dies. He can
Oh,
just
okay,
he
that's
can
fine.
recreate it. It just takes time.
Cool.
Yeah. Arachne's the one that's gonna die.
Arachne's on his person. It's fine.
Oh well, stop taunting Sudz.
Behold,
Okay?
it is your turn. You are currently you are scared of this thing.
What do I need to use to pick up my axe?
That would be your. Because you're prone, it would be your bonus action to do that.
A bonus action?
No, it would be stowing or grabbing a weapon, so it's a free action so long as it's just that one weapon. So yeah, but free action. Because it's next to you.
Alright, I will grab my axe. Then I will try to use... Actually, no. I will not try to use. I will drink my potion of growth.
Okay. You watch as yeah, okay. You watch as Bhold now chugs this potion and immediately begins to swell and grow as the I'm just gonna move Arachne. As his form begins to immediately swell and grow to twice the size, you poof, whack your head on the ceiling as it's just about breaching the 12 foot margin, and you've just bonked your head on the ceiling.
Right. Am I still scared of it?
Yes, definitely so. If this is the end of your turn, then you get to make a saving throw.
Alright, I'm not scared of this thing, am I?
No, but you used your bonus action to pick up your... Or no, you used your free action to pick up your axe, movement to do that, bonus to drink the potion of growth, so you have an action left.
Yes. Well, you know what's gonna happen.
Reckless or no?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'll need another D4.
Yes, and you get another d4 because you are larger. Go. Your reach is also 10 foot now rather than 5 foot because you're larger.
I feel this is important. Putting this in D&D.
21.
Oh, that was a 14. I double clicked.
Yeah,
my
that's
bad.
a 21 to hit.
21 to hit. That does hit. How much damage is that?
That's 12.
16.
16 plus 5. 21.
Okay, 21 points of damage.
Clarify, the link I just sent is what happened, was what just happened to.
Okay,
Make my monsters grow.
you watch as now Behold, trying to overcome his fear, picks up his axe and swivels around, very much aware that this Naga is dangerous, but if he can leave the Naga to his friends, deal with the other two, now the other one, chugs this potion, growing in size and stature, grabs hold of his axe, and swings down with this arcing blow. You hear a whoosh pass by you, Malcom, as this axe cleanly cleaves through the gargoyle, as it shatters its stone form, breaking and turning to dust before you. Behold, I'm going to give you advantage on this wisdom saving throw.
Please.
No.
19.
That
Yeah.
succeeds. You go against your fear, seeing We've got this. We're with friends. There's one left. We've handled worse.
Friendship is power.
And you spin around with your axe in hand and stare down at the Naga. Now it seems to be a little bit more preoccupied with you. Beginning of the Naga's turn. It's again going to attempt to bind you, Elsyan. Make me a strength saving throw, please. Okay, that's going to be hard to defeat.
Nat 20 Elsyan, come on!
18. That's not enough. As it goes forward, it binds you. You are now restrained, which means you cannot perform somatic or verbal elements, which don't matter for you.
Literally,
Don't matter. Yeah.
This is a
And-
minor inconvenience to me, actually.
However, now that it has had its fun coiling you, it's now going to bite down on you with advantage because you are restrained. That is a natural 20.
Help me!
5 Elsyan!
Okay, Elsyan, you take a total of 20 points of piercing damage as now that you are coiled up, the Naga curls around you, restrained, your arms brought close to you and down. You stare up as the Naga's head is right above you, its fangs poised, and it digs down into your upper collarbone and torso and your neck. You fall
Fuck.
unconscious, I assume?
Yes, he does.
Okay.
That's 17.
I do.
In which case, he is going to throw Elsyan, now that he has finished with his prey. Okay,
Leave the
Sasha,
elf alone!
does that would be a 17 hit you?
Who?
Sasha.
No, not even slightly.
Okay, in which case, Elsyan, you hit the wall. Make a death saving throw.
Wait, what if I try and catch him or something?
You would have been allowed to do that if it hit you, but it didn't.
Okay.
It missed. So, death saving throw, please, Elsyan. I know you don't want to do it. 10 or higher is a success, anything lower is a failure. You have 3 successes and 3 failures that you can work with.
Oh!
If that was a natural 1, that would have been 2 failures. 13, that is a success. So you have 1 success under your belt. The Naga now, with blood dripping from its fangs, almost ornamentally with this crimson lining around its mouth. It looks at each of you and now notices Featherwing before it hovering in place. That is going to end its turn. Queglod,
Help me.
it is your turn.
Okay. So,
Now remember, if you or Felipe go in like this sphere here, you get advantage on this thing.
or I could just cast Shatter on it
And then hit,
wait,
and
that's-
do 48
yeah,
damage.
Fucking do
would
that.
you not also
Oh,
potentially
oh.
hit Featherwing, or does that not?
Well, it's a 4x4, but I can center it like here.
Oh, okay, yeah. Oh, it's
And
4x4.
then cover, like-
I was thinking it's like a 10-foot, like a 20-foot radius or something. But no, 4x4,
No,
that's
no,
fine.
It's 10-foot radius, yeah.
Yeah, what does Shatter
So I can cover
require?
this bit. Shatter requires, in terms of what, like.
What does it, like, is it saving throws? or
Oh
attack?
right, yeah. It's a saving throw with disadvantage if it's made of an inorganic material such as stone, metal, or crystal.
Yep, okay. What is the saving throw?
The saving throw is Constitution.
Okay, so it has a +3 to its save. Wait, no, that's the gargoyle stats. Still has a +3 to its save. That is cocked. That is a 11 as its total because it was disadvantage, you said.
It with disadvantage.
Yep, so
yes.
that's an 11.
So it needed a 13.
Okay, how much damage does it take?
It's got a second level 48.
48. Alright, I'll copy some dice up here. There you go.
Actually, hold on. I want to make sure of that.
It's cast at 2nd level because you're a warlock.
Yeah, I know. I can't remember if I put it in as the damage it should be as.
Also, what type of damage is it as well? Because this also matters.
Thunder, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
Where it's
Thunder, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I will say, Sasha, you are next, depending on what happens here.
Sorry, let me just get the stats up, make sure I'm not.
No, that's fine. Sasha, if you wanted to like preemptively like think through your turn on stuff.
Yeah, 3d8
don't worry,
by
I'm-
default
I'm-
plus.
I'm-
Yeah, 3d8 by default plus 1 for overcasting, so that's fine.
3d8 plus.
3d8 by default for casting it at level 1,
Oh, okay, I see.
plus an extra d8.
Because
I wasn't sure if I'd just written it in as 3d8 and it was
No.
supposed to be.
that makes sense.
But yeah, this is fine.
Okay. This is fine.
I need to be more consistent with. I forgot.
Wow.
That's low rolls. Wow.
Eight.
That is an
damage.
8 total damage.
That's really depressing.
As Queglod is now standing there, seeing Elsyan taken care of, a little bit of flare wells up as she snaps her fingers and points at the Naga before you. You watch as there's this bead, this dark bead begins to swirl in this vicinity, and over a short period of time it makes a thunderous sound striking through the room, reverbing off of the walls. You watch as it strikes the side of it and the Naga quivers and shakes with the impact force of the blow before it. That was 8 points of damage, you said?
8 points of thunder damage.
Okay.
Wow. It's sad, isn't it?
Okay. Sasha, it is now your turn unless you wish to do anything, Queglod.
Queglod, anything?
Yeah, no, I hear you. Okay, I'm just gonna yell over to.
Get Felipe
Maybe-
to a pack to
maybe-
back Elsyan.
Whoa,
Okay.
what?
Can I-
No, I'm just gonna
Last time I
move
slept
Felipe
in
back onto my
years.
shoulder.
Or you could use Felipe to attack the giant evil thing.
It's not gonna help, Harlan.
It'll be a distraction.
And if he dies, you then have to sit down for 10 minutes and wait for Felipe to be called back.
Okay, fine.
Sasha,
Right.
your turn.
Yeah, no, I'm just gonna yell
Right.
over to Malcom. Quick, see to Elsyan while Sasha and Bhold deal with this.
Right.
Help
Well,
me.
It's funny. You're in pain.
I swear to God, if another one of my characters dies.
Okay,
Done
so
this game.
I'm gonna move over here
Okay.
because I can just do that, right?
Yeah.
And I'm
1,
going.
2, 3, yeah.
I'm just gonna grab my hammer and smack it in its fucking face and try. I'm gonna try and bend some of this metal and make it like fuck it up.
Okay. So, that's just a regular attack roll.
Just a regular attack roll with a +6 to hit, I believe. Oh, that's a
That
22.
does
I
hit.
believe.
Yeah, go for the damage die. This is +4 from the strength. This is 5 + 4, 9 points of damage. Nice. As you bring back your Smashfist hammer, it glows a little bit red with the strike, and you bring it in. There's this as it whacks the side of the Naga itself. You watch this indent, this buckle where the buckles and
You
breaks
hurt
into
my
the side
friend.
of it.
Now I'm going to hurt you.
That was 9.
And then dropping the shield. Wait. Okay. Now, now with my bonus action, I drop the shield on Elsyan because he's kind of out of it at this point. It doesn't really matter.
Breaking concentration doesn't require anything.
I know,
The free action.
but I'm getting there. And then I summon another hammer. It's spiritual weapon, y'all.
Okay.
Oh fuck yeah!
Where?
On the other side of it, so it gets advantage.
Okay. What does it get to
I
attack?
am in great pain.
A +5 to attack. I believe. Yes.
Damages-
A +5 to attack. And it does 5 damage as well. So it's like I lose out on 1 accuracy for 1 attack damage. So you know, it's
You
pretty
can
cool.
roll with advantage, remember?
Oh right, yes I do.
Yeah, I mean, this is your whole plan. That's a natural
Fuck
20.
yeah!
Damage.
1d8 +5.
So 2d8 + 5. Go for it.
Oh,
Whoa!
And this is-
okay.
Oh yeah.
That's 20 points
I-
of damage.
I should probably mention this is force damage. +5, 21.
It's force damage. Okay.
No, it's 20.
Okay.
5 plus 8 plus 7.
Yeah.
Yes, that's 15 plus 5.
20.
20.
Oh,
Okay,
it's
that's 5.
Well, wow. Sorry,
Yeah.
my brain was seeing, for some reason, when I was adding those two, I was seeing a 16. Ugh.
Anyway,
You're back.
as you strike with your hammer, the resonation and the fire trickles around the side of it and forms into this other hammer on the other side, made of a conjured flame and light. It swings round and through, hitting the other side of the spot. You watch as the Naga snaps in half from the buckling blow. The form of it lands on the ground before your spiritual weapon swings over, cleaving and leaving a clean dent in the head of the Naga before you. It is destroyed. Combat is over.
Fuck yeah!
Who would be next in initiative? Malcom, you would be next, so if you wish to use a healing spell on Elsyan, you may do so now.
I'll just use healing word.
Okay. So, healing word is how much healing? It's a d4 plus...
It is...
d4 plus your spellcast modifier if you're casting it at first level.
I can't believe I called Elsyan my friend. Oh, I feel ill.
He's unconscious.
You're lucky,
though, so he'll never know.
Elsyan's unconscious. I was going to make a comment about it, but I was like, I can't. Elsyan's unconscious.
Yep. Do you want to roll? when
You
you're
realize
ready,
you're
Malcolm?
gonna wake up and the only thing you're gonna find out is that I fucking say I killed the thing that hurt you and you're in debt to me.
Okay, that's 2 plus your spellcast modifier, which I believe is a plus
6.
6. Okay, so that is 8 points of healing to you, Elsyan. You now have 8 healing points remaining.
I have...
And you can mark off the success as well, because end of combat.
Cool. Now, Chris, I'm just going to drink. I've got health potions.
Chris, how long did the potion last? Does the potion last?
Growth potion lasts for a minute?
I'm just going to drink a health potion.
Let me
please,
double
Chris.
check. Potion of growth.
Growthen of Poth. Groshen of Poth.
Potion of both.
See, part of me did expect you guys just to walk on without Elsyan. Just
You know
potion
what?
of
That was the
growth. Never mind.
opportunity.
I would like you to roll a d4 for me, Malcolm. Or no, not Malcolm. Behold.
Because I would like to.
It will last for 2 hours.
Yeah.
I missed
And your,
my perfect
your
cover.
voice is now dramatically deeper as well.
Oh, good.
yeah.
Oh, I know
Yeah,
where that
you could have shoved me into the back of the
the
Well, when I was unconscious.
Wait. Behold's bigger now. Behold!
Well,
Get
hold on.
Elsyan for me.
I'm not. Okay, I must be. I must have been really out of it because now you guys aren't gonna believe this, but Behold is massive, like bigger than normal.
Also, behold, you now have a point of exhaustion from the frenzied rage.
Am I smaller now, guys, or is Behold taller?
I'm going to like search through this thing here and just take. I mean, there's scrap. There's got to be plenty of scrap metal from this.
Oh yeah,
I'm taking
as
it.
you begin to look through, you find maybe an investigation check for this whole thing with advantage because of the metal work.
Well, thank God for advantage. Am I right? Well, maybe not that much, but okay.
You begin to dig through it. It's made of very well handcrafted almost sheets of metal. You can still see a little bit of the tempering work, which has been smoothed off almost. You can see the inlay of the enchantment where your weapon struck. The enchantment begins to be dimming and fading as this goes along, but you can see that there are some bits which still hold the arcane resonance of whatever. You collect 16 pounds of put Naga scrap metal in your notes.
Putting it in there. I'm just going to call it Naga scrap.
As far as you can tell, the metal itself seems to be mostly base steel.
Feels good.
Now, Chris, can I drink one of my healing potions, please?
Yeah, go for it. You're able to do so. It's 2d4 plus.
Oh right, I forgot that my weight optimal was now like fuck massive. Oh, this is great.
Okay, that is 5 plus the 2, so that is 7 points of healing.
Good, that will do me for now.
If you guys wanted to take a short rest, you're also welcome to do so. Just putting that out there. As the
Yes, while we're on the subject of healing,
Mhm.
I have 3 health potions. If anyone would like to hold on to one.
And
I should probably hang on to one as a healer, but oh wait, actually I've already got one. Fuck. Huh. That's funny.
I still have one because I decided
Okay.
hoarding them is a good idea.
If there's anyone who has none, would they like one?
Do you have one, Malcolm?
What's this?
Do you have a healing
he-
potion?
No, I do not.
I
no,
do, but I'm going to be using it because
Did the door open over here?
No, door is still shut closed.
I try smashing it.
Okay. What are you using?
Or pushing it, actually.
By
Now.
pushing it. Okay. Okay. I'll say give me a strength check.
I believe.
Actually, no. This would be with disadvantage because you have exhaustion. So roll again.
That's true. I mean, that's
Does the potion of growth state give you advantage because you're enlarged?
Yes, it would. Any enlargement gives you the bonuses of being one size larger.
Enlarge, category of medium to large, for example, if they weren't. Your weight is multiplied by 8. You double in all dimensions. The object size increases until the spell ends. They have advantage on strength checks and strength saving throws. And the target's weapons grow to a new size and also does more damage. So it would have just been the base 4, because that's the first one you rolled. But the advantage is cancelled out by the disadvantage from your exhaustion.
Yeah.
So
do I get to add my modifier on that?
oh yeah, of course.
So that's +5, so that's a 9.
Yeah. As you go to push on the door, it's stuck tight, even with your new form and your new strength. Even though you're mildly exhausted from this, it's not going to be good enough to buckle through. It doesn't seem to be giving anything.
Did we hear Elsyan's description of the doors earlier?
You would all have seen it yourself. It's a clean, smooth metal door with the rivets on the side, and it seems to either slide open or be pushed or pulled open.
Right, yeah.
As if it
I
pivots.
tried pushing it, so pulling or sliding might be a good idea.
There is also no handles, however. So keep that in mind.
Can I try
If you
sliding it? Yes.
Yeah, if you can.
Could we have the whole God of War this by just sticking his hands in the middle and
Okay, give me a strength check, just a regular one, because advantage is cancelled out with disadvantage. Total of 17.
17.
You try to get a grip and you try to pull it apart. It gives ever so slightly before this arcane flicker travels through, and the door just seals shut. And you now can't find where the groove was previously to open the door. It seems to just be a smooth metal sheet now.
Elsyan, Queglod,
yes.
which of you is better at the arcane art? Which of you is good at Arcana?
I'm just checking.
You're both proficient.
Elsyan
Elsyan has a
is probably-
+6. Queglod has a +2.
Yes, Elsyan
Right.
is probably more of a scholar, if that's what you're looking for.
Elsyan, could you have a look at the remains of this thing, see if there's anything useful to this whole puzzle?
I am staying the hell away from that thing, Sasha.
All right. Queglod, would you mind?
Very well then. Okay, I'm gonna go over here. While I'm having a look, why doesn't one of you take a look at those skulls along the wall?
Skulls are still open, by the way, with the jaw hanging open.
Yeah, maybe try pulling out the teeth.
Okay.
Okay, make an
Okay.
investigation
How
check
many-
from you, Queglod. Just a base one, because the advantage is cancelled out with disadvantage because it's already been searched.
How many skulls are there?
There's 4, one on each side of the wall. Total?
So that's 11 total.
11. Looking through the form, Kind of searching for Arcana, you see it. The Arcana seems to be fading and dwindling ever so slightly before it begins to like burn off almost. Looking through, you find what looks to be a singular crystal in the underside of the forehead portion of it. You take that crystal. It's a very, very small cut ruby. Very, very small. To the point where if you dropped it, you might not be able to find it again. And only because it's giving off a mild magical trace which is slowly fading. Did that reveal anything? You are getting the feeling... actually no, Sasha, you know what this is. This is a vessel. Used often in smithing. However, this one seems to have a sentient component to it.
Can I do like sort of a knowledge check on Naga?
With
Nagas.
With disadvantage. This is not of a make you would necessarily have seen.
No, this isn't like I'm more thinking of like Naga themselves than
okay.
a Naga
Nature
work.
check with disadvantage because you probably would never have seen one. Okay.
Well, it's a 10.
And you know Nagas to be guardians of places. They'd often live in ruins. They'd often be placed in or summoned to protect a hoard or a treasure. Nagas are usually much larger than this. This seems to be more of an imitation of the form and the structure of it. Nagas usually sitting at around about 18 foot and longer. Generally increasing in size as they go, with the most dangerous one being the primal Naga. We're not entirely sure if it exists, but if it does, then it's a creature to be feared for sure.
Okay. So, would I be like aware of? I'll be honest here. I'm trying to check whether I know that they're kind of immortal and whether there might be a Naga soul in there.
For what you can tell, you haven't heard of Nagas ever being immortal. This is not something you're ever familiar with.
These are different from the slithering back home.
What do you mean?
Like, because I assume Nagas are... Well, I think of Nagas differently than this.
Nagas are giant serpents with human heads, generally.
Are you thinking World of Warcraft Nagas?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, different, different entirely.
Hold on. Think more like... hold on, if I open this in a new tab, and then I send you that link, I'll post it in the Seekers chat so that you guys can get a look at it. That's generally a better look as what a Naga would be.
Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
Good lord. Would you mind if I
creepy.
had that? If I took that?
Be my guest. I don't have any use for it.
Thank you. I take the thing and I pop it into my kit.
Okay. So you place it.
What should I call it? Naga Ruby?
Yeah, just go for Naga Ruby. So, what are you doing, Malcolm?
I'm checking out the skull.
Okay.
Here.
How are you checking it out? And also investigation check.
I'm basically looking at the void in its mouth.
Okay. Investigation check with advantage, then.
Oh, with advantage?
With advantage now that you have specified what you're doing. Okay. Shining Lighthouse Inn. You can see that it goes back maybe about 1.5 feet, almost 2 foot. And you can see at the back a small circular kind of outlet, kind of pushing out of the back bit. Seems to be a very well cleanly cut cylinder going in. You'd be able to reach in and fit your hand in if you wished, with the small circular right word be, I want to say dimple, that's probably wrong.
Divot?
That'll do. A divot at the back, a small lump. There we go.
First thing I'm gonna do before I even try that is I'm just gonna stick the end of Lighthouse in there first.
Which end?
The bottom part.
Okay. Are you going to push on the end bit, or are you
No,
just
I'm just gonna stick the bottom of lighthouse in there without touching that, just because I want to
Okay.
check something first.
As you put the staff in, nothing seems to happen.
All right. Then I guess I'm gonna stick my hand in there.
Okay.
Oh god.
You put your hand in.
Yes.
You reach around the back with a little bit of kind of feeling around and investigating it without actually pushing too much. You find that it seems to be some form of button. You've got your whole arm in there up to your upper arm at this point as you're reaching in.
Can I like roll a perception check or something on
I'd
this?
say, Elsyan, you've noticed this, and I'd say, Queglod, you've noticed this. Sasha, I don't know what you were doing. You're probably preoccupied with searching this thing.
Okay.
I've got like a... No, I can't.
Bhold, you probably also noticed this, but you're focused on the door, seeing if you can find a way through.
Yes.
Right.
Getting mad that I can't smash it.
My passive perception is 13. Does that help?
Probably say at this point because you're distracted, no.
Oh, damn.
Anyways, I'm gonna take my hand out now, and then
Okay, I'm gonna
turn to everybody.
Take your hand out. You can take it out nice and easily.
I'm gonna turn around to everybody and say, it looks like there's buttons in the back of the skull. There might be more on for each of the other ones. It might be the way to get through the door.
Oh, one
That
moment.
seems likely.
Lumos!
You casting light.
Yeah, you know I am.
Yeah, alright. As you cast light, the end of your hammer flares up with this bright light, and as the flame beard begins to trickle away and burn back up, you pull your scarf up to mask your lower jaw.
Yeah, I'm using the drift globe, but...
Oh, you're using the oh, yes, I forgot you had that.
That's why I said Lumos.
Yeah, you pull out from your pocket this small blue orb, which you then toss into the air, and you shout the command word, and you watch as from the inside this small bead of light begins to spin and unravel almost into these strands of light, which then begin to string and swirl around the inside of it along the edge before the whole orb glows in this light. And as it falls closer to the ground, it stops stationary about 5 feet off the ground.
Yeah, so about head height for me.
Yeah.
I'm going to be... there's a skull near me, yes?
Yes.
I will have a look-see-loo.
Okay. Investigation check with advantage, please. Okay. You can also see at the back there's this small button almost that seems to be poking out. You can't see anything else along the inside of it. It seems to be clean cut, smooth stone.
I've got another button over here. Do you suppose we're supposed to all touch them at the same time, or what?
That's what I was
Possibly.
thinking.
That's worth trying.
Where are the other buttons? Oh, where are the other skulls?
I assume.
They are
Yeah,
there
and
and
there.
there.
Right.
Behold, as you're looking about this, you can see your arm is now too big to fit in the hole behind the skull.
Red sheet.
Okay. I've got the handle of my hammer, which I can push in there to click the button. You've got your staff, Malcom. Same goes for you, Queglod, and you've got your spear, Elsyan. What do you say we try pressing these things all at once?
Yeah, it's probably a good idea to avoid touching whatever's inside there.
Yes, I'd rather not lose an arm.
Yes, just in case.
Like, I'd be
Very
happy
well.
to lose a weapon as long as I keep the arm.
Very well then. On 3 then?
Yes.
1, 2, 3.
As you all push in with your staves, your spear, your hammer, there's a click, 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 click from each of them. Then you wait. you watch as there's this grinding as the two metal sheets that make up the giant metal door part before you, Behold. You've got your hand outstretched as if attempting to cast magic on the door, kind of performing some form of magical wizardry, and the door parts into two pieces, and you can now see beyond. And you see
As you're now, Behold is now a mage.
Yes, Behold is now a mage.
No. It's literally that thing that pretty much every kid did with an electronic door, where they just like go in front of it and like ha.
It's the Force.
Yeah,
it's definitely the Force.
You can see up ahead what looks to be a glowing green flame. It's lit in what looks to be this torch holder. There's this torch holder attached to the wall, and on the inside you see a torch made up of what looks to be a spine and a skull. The skull is opened up, facing upwards, and on the inside of it is this burning green flame. You can also see around the corner what looks to be the beginnings of a staircase. Spiraling staircase. I will say you can fit down this staircase.
Can I take the torch out?
Yeah, sure. You pick up the torch. Nothing seems to happen. It seems to burn. As you get a little bit better of a look of it, it doesn't seem to have any fuel. Where usually torches would maybe burn on a rag with maybe a bit of oil or peat, and lanterns would use natural oil. Doesn't seem to have any real fuel. As the door finishes opening and it's in place, you watch as the mouths of the skulls around the edge of the room begin to close ever so slowly.
We take our stuff out. Take our stuff out.
Yeah,
There's plenty of time. You take your stuff out. Everything's perfectly fine, and you begin to make your way forward, I assume.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
There's a staircase down here.
Right. As we go through the door,
Okay.
I'm just going to call out generally to the party. I don't suppose we have anything to try and prop this door open, do we? Just in case.
I mean, I never used it, so I could put my spear there.
I mean, you just use it. You literally just...
Fort construct. Yeah. I might plan to use my spear. I don't use my spear anyway. Let's use it as a door opener.
Yeah, I've got a staff anyway. That's also pretty.
It's a walking stick.
Wow, I have all this stuff that I just never use.
So you're making your way through.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What is your marching order?
I'm going first.
Well, he's going first.
Behold first as he begins to slide and squeeze his way down, filling up the entire way going down. There's a snap, snap, snap as you pass a few more torches on the way and they clatter to the ground. As they just snap off their holders on the wall.
Well, it's a good thing we've all got dark vision, isn't it?
Yeah.
This dark vision thing really is nice.
So,
Gotta
actually, no,
say.
this is a good question. The stairs go up and down. Which way would you like to go?
Wait, what do you mean they go up and down?
They can go two ways. You can either go up the staircase, spiraling upwards, or you can go down the staircase, spiraling downwards.
Head to the top, work our way down, or head to the bottom and work our way up.
They go bottom.
Okay.
'Cause I'm first and I don't give a shit.
So you're going down. Okay. You've also got this torch as well with you. This dinky torch, which is kind of like a toothpick at this point.
Yes.
Just like carrying it very daintily, like a tiny teacup. So, we have Behold first. Who next?
So can I use my red orb to try and sense someone
If you
while
want,
we're walking?
if you wish to concentrate on it, yeah. As you begin to concentrate on your red orb, nothing.
I assume only our party.
Okay.
Yeah, only
Okay.
the party.
Just, yeah.
Alright, so
I'm
position
standing at the back, so
please position yourselves as following in this current grid, assuming everybody is following. I also say, Elsyan, as you pass by, you notice a very keenly placed button here.
huh? Malcom, get through because I want to figure out what
I'm
this
going to
button
push
does.
the button.
I've seen a button and I'm going to push the button and I'm at the back, so I've been left alone.
Yep.
This is dangerous. I'm going to push the button.
Okay. As you push the button, there's a... and the doors begin to close again.
Perfect. Is the button still there? Can I still push the?
Yeah, the
can I
button's
push
still
button?
there.
I'm gonna push the button again.
As you push the button, the doors halt. They begin to open again.
Just,
You're that guy at the
Just
elevator
double-check.
doors, just stopping them from closing.
Just keep pressing it and wait for it to break.
no, because it will end badly for us. Let's face it. I was just making sure that the button does open them again. Because as it's shut, what if the button just stays set in there and you have to hit all 4 buttons in the last room again?
As the last person going down, Malcolm, you watched as he pushed the button and then just pushed it again, and it's opening the doors. So you're very well aware of what the button does. So,
Oh, whatever. Well, it's trying to hide behind people.
you make your way downstairs, and with the light before you, you can see what looks to be a almost octagon-shaped room with two more of those strange torches on either side. And you watch and you see the corridor going further ahead. Behold, with your regular vision. Oh, and you have the goggles of night, don't you?
Yes.
So yeah, you can see quite clearly as it continues on into a further room. As it begins to travel down, and you can see it begins to open up into a larger room now. With your devil's sight, Queglod, and the fact that you've got bright light as well, you can see quite clearly what looks to be a large room with what looks to be what looks to be 5 gargoyles placed around the room at each corner interval of this, with one main one at the back.
Okay. Do they seem to be active as far as
No,
I
they are
can
all
tell?
currently staring at what seems to be one of what you can see as 5 braziers. The braziers are brass in design, and the gargoyles seem to each be looking at an own individual one, looking straight forward this way. This one is this one. This one's looking at this one. This one's looking at this one. This one's looking at this one. Actually, I'll put and they each seem to be looking and almost intersecting across the center in their vision. You can see a little bit more detail on the braziers. They seem to be a 4-footed braziers standing about a foot tall, with the bowl where the feet of the brazier seem to be that of dragon's feet, as it spirals up into like a scale-like structure before these heads curl upwards and inwards, kind of biting onto the rim of the brazier. The braziers are also in a pentagon pattern in the center of the room. This is what you currently see from your distance, Queglod. I assume you
Okay.
describe it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll read it. I'll see. Yeah. Looks like there's gargoyles up ahead. They don't look to be active yet. Just to make sure, we all know the drill for them, right?
Mm-hmm. Hit him on the back of the neck.
Okay.
Oh, so that's how you
Or-
deal with them. I was more worried about the...
Or wherever their magical symbol is.
Or I just smashed him in half.
Yes.
Or just smash them in half. Yeah. Quite a-
Yes. It might be worth having a look over them before we start messing around with anything else in the room.
Why don't you send Felipe then? For,
Very
No.
well. Okay. Yeah, I'll send Felipe out to
Okay.
fly through the room a bit.
As he flies through the room, you can see the same symbol on the back of each of the heads of these creatures. I'm going to say you're going to have another Arcana check to try and determine what kind of symbol it is, seeing as you've seen it in action. So I'll just put Felipe here for now.
I was
Cool.
gonna do the same thing with
You want to do the same thing?
I'll,
You're welcome to do so. Are you trained in Arcana, Malcolm?
no,
With
but that's not
disadvantage then for that.
Can I describe the symbol to everyone? Make sure they can.
Yeah, everyone would have seen the
Yeah.
symbol before. You saw it before, Malcolm, you just weren't trained in Arcana. Now you've seen it in action, you have an Arcana check with disadvantage because you're not trained in Arcana.
Oh.
It's more about the school of magic.
Yeah, +2, that's 20.
Okay. From what you get the gathering of, Malcolm, it doesn't twig with you at first, but then once Queglod mentions it, these are transmutation markings. They seem to be the source of the original symbol. The place on the back of the head seems to be the original place where they are enchanted with their purpose. And the transmutation marking seems to be what breathes their power almost, and gives them their purpose. What would you like to try and do?
Alright then. There may be a way to disable them without having to fight. Still, either way, we'll have to get closer before we do anything. So let's move up and just leave all the stuff in the room alone.
Okay,
for now.
freely move yourself as you see fit.
I'm immediately going
That's
in
everyone.
front
Yeah.
of Infernal so we can't.
Can I?
You're just looming over Sasha with like leaning on her head ever so slightly. She's kind of like a footstool at this point.
Precisely how tall is Infernal at the moment?
I'm 12 feet.
You're 12. What is your natural height?
7.5.
So you are 14 foot. Actually, no, you're 15 foot at this height.
15 feet.
You are borderline huge.
Yeah, nearly 15 foot, yeah.
He banged his head
I
on the
believe
12-foot ceiling. Actually, no, because
I
of the way
believe I am
enlarge
dead
works,
on
you would have been
5
stuck
foot.
at 12 foot. So you are 12 foot tall. Because it's growth in enclosed spaces. And what did you say, Harlan?
I'm not in fact dead on 5 foot. I'm dead on 4'9".
Sorry, just remember the
4'9"
conversation.
isn't really dead on, but yeah.
So, what would you like to do?
Queglod, you're the stealthiest of us. No, you're not. Actually, it's Elsyan, isn't it? Probably.
Don't make Elsyan
Yeah.
do
I
stuff.
think it's the big guy.
Don't make Elsyan do anything.
Okay. Elsyan, go ahead. Elsyan, you're the only one who can do this. You're the best. You're the best of us. You're the only one that could possibly sneak past. It's got to be you.
Now
Can
you're
I-
flattering Elsyan.
Can I roll for like ego stroking and
Roll
flattery?
with advantage on your part.
Roll with
but then
advantage.
A wisdom saving throw on your part, Sam. And Queglod, I'd like you to do a quick intelligence check for me, please.
I'm going to do this wisdom
Just
saving throw with
basic
disadvantage. Yes, I'm going to make this with disadvantage because Elsyan probably would, but I really don't
That's
want
just straight
to.
intelligence, is it?
Intelligence.
Oh, you still messed up.
Ah!
14. Okay.
Wait, what was my what would I have bonus to this?
You got
I'm pretty sure it'd be dead 16. So yeah, you in fact do still. You realize I'm trying to buddy you up.
Do you really think flattery will work on me? Wait, don't
I mean,
answer that question. Don't
Honestly,
answer that.
okay, all right.
I know the answer is yes.
Ooh.
Just Elsyan's got a bit of a headache right now, okay?
So, does Elsyan do it?
Ah,
Yes or no?
okay. This makes sense.
I didn't catch
No,
that.
Elsyan isn't going up.
No, he isn't going
Actually, Sasha, I think you were right the first time. I'll go and take a look.
All right, I'll be.
Can I follow Queglod?
No, you
I'll
stay
be-
behind.
I'll hang back, but if you're in trouble, I'll come and get you.
Okay, move yourself freely.
Okay.
You move through into the chamber and you get a better vision of it now, where there doesn't seem to be any torches in this room. You can see an old cobweb off in the corner and a few side platforms and shelves where old ornaments may have been placed, but have either been damaged or worn with time.
Okay, Queglod, before you go, or maybe not, in case it be, don't cross their gate. That seems to activate them.
I will bear that in mind. Okay, I guess I can't easily get around the backs of them because they're.
No, they're all backed up against the wall.
Probably... Yeah, are they all backed fully up against?
They're all fully backed up against the wall, almost kind of like digging into it in their in kind of smaller alcoves.
Look under their vision. Uh-huh.
Actually, Give
Yeah,
me
how
the
tall are
exact
you?
wording on tiny, the one that allows you to move through other tiles that are one size larger than you. I need to know the wording, whether it says allies or all. If it says all,
I
then
think it was allies, but let me check the player's handbook.
okay. If
I
it
think it's allies.
okay, I would assume it's allies, just because the
I
way it
would
works.
assume so as
If
well,
it is
yeah,
all,
just 'cause-
I'll say, Behold, you look this up while this is all going on. Just because you've got it written down in your other character sheet.
I don't think I have the exact wording on it though. Let me see.
Would any of you like to do anything during this time?
No.
look it up as well.
Any creature.
Any creature.
Oh,
Any creature.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you can perfectly move behind them. It'll take a little bit of squeeze, but that's fine. Just don't
All
click
right,
your
then.
back. Oh, I'll be back! Stuck behind a gargoyle.
Behold, help!
I'm gonna begin like inching forward to get a
Yeah,
view
yeah.
on
Yeah,
Queglod.
that's fine. If any of you, Malcolm or Elsyan,
Okay, well,
if either of you would like to move forward, you're welcome to do so.
I'm gonna point to
Yeah,
it
it's
here.
here as well.
You're
Just
gonna...
try and like indicate you to like wait there just in case,
All right.
but don't go any further.
If you want to put Felipe anywhere as well, just say so. If he's with you,
yeah.
then I'll assume so.
Felipe hang back.
I'm blocking the hallway.
Okay. Elsyan and Malcolm, you doing it? You doing anything back here? Hello? Either of you?
Malcolm?
Focus, please.
No.
No.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Yeah, moving up. Because I can.
Okay, Queglod, what would you like to do?
Okay, in that case, I'm gonna shimmy my way behind this guy.
Yep.
Just sort of wait. Yeah. So this we go.
Squeak.
Okay. I'm trying to
Suck
get-
in your gut, Queglod. Suck it in.
What? What guts?
You're a halfling. Let's be honest. You've all got a bit of paunch to you. That's why the dwarves like you so much.
Harlan, Queglod weighs 36 pounds.
What? Sorry. What?
She's low end weight and a halfling because she's old, so.
Yeah, she's like really skinny. Rather than.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's.
Jesus.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. I probably don't need.
To
She
breathe
probably
in
doesn't
at all.
need Behold to carry her. Probably ride around on Elsyan.
What are you trying to
Honestly,
say?
you could- no, you're
Elsyan's
light enough.
buff.
You could probably glide.
Felipe could carry.
Guys, forget all of our plans for this campaign. We're getting Quedlog the glider.
Wait, Chris. Is there any way we can increase the carrying capacity of Felipe?
Casting the enlarge/reduce spell on him, yeah.
Holy shit.
Oh boy.
Cast enlargement on Felipe. But
Okay.
Queglod.
Suddenly Quedlog gets a mount.
What is Felipe's carrying capacity currently?
His carrying capacity is 1 pound because he's a tiny creature.
Fuck.
So that would be times by 8 to go up to 8, and then it would have to be done again to go up to something like 64.
Then we give him a potion.
Yeah, so if we could make Felipe large, it doesn't matter though, because I think at level 6 I can merge with him
Oh.
Yeah,
and just
Okay.
become a Baby Raven. I don't know, I assume there's a limit to that. But
we'll get to that when we get to that. So what would you like to do?
yeah, we'll cross that bridge. I'm going to be taking a closer look at the symbol.
Symbol is very faintly glowing, same as the previous ones. Kind of like in a dormant state, now that you've got a better gauge on it.
Okay, I'm not going to try not to touch anything.
Okay.
If I can.
Other than the wall.
Given that I've had a little bit of practice with enchanting, I'm not like an expert or anything, but I'm gonna look to see if there's a way I can remove the magic from this gargoyle.
Make an Arcana check.
Yeah, not necessarily to do it, just see if it might be possible.
Dispel magic could work, but that's kind of all you've got going.
Yeah. Okay, that's less than ideal.
Otherwise, damaging it might work. Yeah, but it's kind of enchanted onto it, so you'd either need to break it out or you'd need to do enough damage to the symbol itself to destroy it.
Yeah, attacking them while they're dormant could work. But whether the other four would stay dormant is a question.
I mean, if you manage to take out one, that's still only 4 of these things, and we know how to deal with them.
Thing is, I don't know if I could take it out.
Oh, I mean...
I'm not the best melee fighter.
Well,
As we established, Queglod's like a fucking twig.
I mean, okay. Theoretically,
Almost literally.
what if you were to place your hex on one of these things and then Eldritch blast it in the back of the fucking head? Like, full-on gangster style.
A side gun.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't want to Eldritch blast it in melee range. I could try Shocking Touch, I guess.
Okay.
Try and, like, overload it.
That doesn't feel like that'll do any physical damage, though, and I do think that might need to be a component.
I don't know, if I try to, like, channel electricity right through the symbol...
Oh,
maybe
actually,
I
do
could
you have
overload it?
Do you have any metal anywhere, like on the end of your staff or something?
His staff is entirely made of metal.
What if you just, like, touch that to the back of it and then just channel the shocking grasp through it?
Worth a try?
Would that work, Chris?
What are you trying to aim by doing that, by the way?
What am I
Well,
trying to aim?
Yeah, so
Like,
what's the aim to using your staff over just placing your hand on the back of it?
There
mean,
isn't
doesn't-
really, it's not.
doesn't it make it more, like, likely to hit or something if it's channeled through metal or something?
If the target is
The
made
opponent
of
is
metal,
wearing metal? Yeah.
but I will say that you have advantage on the attack because it is a stationary object. It's not trying to purposefully move out of your way or react to you. Placing your hand on the back of it is basically like placing your hand on a statue. It's not going to make any difference. So you would have advantage on that strike. Because regardless of how you look at it, unless you placed your hand on there for 10 seconds and then maybe it activated, then it would have an effect, but otherwise you have advantage on the strike. Up to you.
I don't know what to do here, honestly.
Okay. Okay, well, I think
I
we're
am
stretching the boundary as far as metagaming goes. I'm going to shuffle back to the party for a moment. And, like, try and consult with them. Okay, I may be able to sneak behind the gargoyles and take them out one by one by disrupting the symbols on the backs of their necks. But it's a question if the rest will activate once one goes down.
Maybe we should move in and be prepared to attack. You activate. You deal with the first one of them, and then.
By the way,
We-
Behold,
we
you
make-
have two little torches toothpicking into your lower arms as you tried to move over them without snapping them.
I'm juggling.
Okay.
Make a dexterity check.
Is this with
ex-
advantage because of danger sense?
This is with advantage because of danger sense, but disadvantage because of exhausted. That's an 18 plus your dex. Yeah. Queglod, as you return, you watch Behold just juggling these skull and spine torches in the air. Very proficiently, almost.
Okay, right, I'm gonna beckon over to Malcom and Elsyan.
Okay. You'd both see this.
Okay. I don't suppose either of you have encountered anything like this before. Seemingly a stone carving being animated by a magic room.
Oh, actually, that's the point. I haven't done anything on the gargoyles yet. As the dwarf of the stone shit, I should probably do
Yeah, you have
What-
you have proficiency in your history when stone cutting.
yeah. Let's see if I know anything stony.
That would be
Cool.
with proficiency.
Yes.
So that would be a 16 or 15?
15, I believe.
15. The gargoyles seem to have been... They don't seem to have been crafted. They weren't carved, they weren't smooth. This isn't natural stonemasonry. This seems more like conjuration. They've been summoned, sealed, and now they are put in a dormant or sentience or sentry-like state until activated.
They appear to be in a sentry state until activated, and they were conjured, not made by hand. They were also sealed, I imagine, through this the seal on the back of their neck, back of their head. If you can disrupt that, then I believe it should take them out, as we saw earlier. But I'm uncertain as to what would happen if one of them should go down, whether the others would see that or whether they would only notice once their line of vision was crossed. I would say go up behind one and try and do what you can to get rid of that back of its head. If that doesn't work, the rest of us will rush in and deal with them.
What about if two people go here and here, and then Queglod tries disables this one, and if the other is activated?
No, you can't cross the beams.
Yeah, but you can walk behind them. Goddamn.
Well, this one is looking in this direction. Its vision might terminate on the plinth, but I can't be sure.
We could just... Well, it didn't see you cross here.
Because I'm really short, I can go underneath. They're out of sight.
So if we go to the side and hide here...
Okay, you definitely can't do it. Maybe I could.
Fuck, you don't know me.
I'm not going to turn down. Back.
Alright, can I roll a stealth check?
Give me a stealth check, please.
At this point, why bother?
Yeah.
Bhold just pushes past
14!
and begins to... With ability disadvantage because of exhaustion.
Oh,
You
no.
watch as
Boy.
he pushes past and begins to tiptoe, and then stops and begins to wobble, almost swaying into the front of this as you lose your footing a little bit.
I'm
make
going
a
up and trying to
dexterity
stabilize
save. It's not disadvantage on saving throws, so it would be advantage because of danger sense.
So advantage?
Advantage on this dexterity saving throw, yes. I'm going to say the DC is 12.
Okay.
Easy enough.
Okay.
You pull yourself back up. You grab a hold of the wall and pull yourself back. There's a as you break a bit of the stone in the process. You just look at it and you drop the brick on the ground. Hits the ground.
Drop it on Sasha. No.
You just drop the stone and it hits the ground and it falls to the side. None of the gargoyles seem to have activated or moved or done anything in this process. With this better look at it, actually, you can now see that the braziers, they seem to contain what looks to be a small pool of ash on the bottom of them, as if they have been long burned out.
Queglod, get behind the other one. I will go with you to. I will go with you to it, and
Elsyan
I
and
will
Queglod,
attempt-
or Elsyan and Malcom, move yourself if you wish.
Yeah, I'm.
Okay, I'm shuffling back behind this guy.
Okay, easy enough. You shuffle back behind it.
I'm going to shift into the room a bit more.
Okay, we'll say.
So I've
Do
got-
you want Felipe
yeah.
staying back here, or do you want him? Queglod, do you want Felipe staying back here or with you?
Felipe is coming with me.
Because he's immune while with you, so.
Yeah.
Okay,
Here, I don't know. I'm in this area.
that's fine. You'll be effectively adjacent to it while you're
Okay.
there.
We've seen no sign of them being able to hear while dormant.
They don't seem to activate at all while like that, no.
Yeah, it seems to just be vision. So I'll just say aloud. Okay, everyone get ready, in case this doesn't work.
Okay.
Right. I reach my hand up. Try and summon the electricity of shocking touch into the palm of my hand.
Okay.
And then
Specifically
quickly do that.
focusing
Yeah,
on killing that symbol.
yeah, and then reach up and try for like a heel palm strike straight at the symbol.
Okay. Give me a roll from all 4 of these dice, please, including the DM's D20.
The black dice of death.
Yes.
Right.
Black dice of death.
I might start
I
using that
understand
for
it.
death saving throws just because it's more dramatic.
Okay. I won't say I understand why all of this, but sure.
Black dice of death.
That was almost a 102. You
Yeah.
bring back your hand, and the little bit of electricity sparks across your fingers. And as you go for the strike with the main force of your palm into the back, there's an impact, a shock. You watch as from your point of view, Behold, you watch as there's this little flicker of red from the eyes before it dims, and the symbol on the back fades and disappears. The statue is still intact, though.
Well,
that's it.
His eyes turned red.
The other statues at this point, looking around the room, seem to be still.
Queglod.
Okay.
Smash them one by one.
I feel like it would be very bad if we, like... I worry that this thing is actually still alive and now you've just freed it.
Would you like to test it?
I mean, the only way I can think to test it is either going in front of it or slitting its skull in with my hammer.
Walk in front.
If you want to, then go right ahead.
Which
Sasha.
would you
Just
suggest?
let me move out the way first.
Walk in front of it.
Rolls a natural one. Collateral damage. Queglod, what did you do? Whack.
Right. Which would you suggest? Go in front or smack it with a hammer? You know what? If I smack it with a hammer, at the very least, I've definitely taken out one.
Well, if the symbol is taken out, it's possible that they're friendly now. But
Yeah. What about in front of it and then smash it with your...
Oh, you know what? Yeah, that's actually a decent idea. I'm going to, like, go to the side of it, close enough. And I'm going to take my arm with my shield and just sort of wave the shield in front of it and prepare to strike if it moves.
Okay. You wave your shield in front of it. Statue is motionless. Nothing seems to happen.
Right. Queglod, go and do the same thing to all of them.
Have you guys been sneaking around this room for nothing?
Potentially. But you can't go past in front of their gaze.
okay, I'm going to. What's the best way to do it? Well, I guess I can. I'm gonna shimmy over here and have a go at the same things. It seemed to work.
Dice again, please.
Cool. So I'm assuming I'm doing this with advantage. Yeah.
Yeah, because they're motionless.
And that's the damage.
They're
so
motionless
what's
creatures.
this one?
You'll find out if it.
That one's the
if it hits.
scary one.
Well, that was quite high and nothing
That
bad
one's
happened,
if they
so
activate,
We'll
probably.
see.
With the
Plus 5, so that's
13.
very nice.
Another
yeah.
8. As you go to strike with the back, you hit the symbol again. There's that shock, and the eyes glow red, and then they dim, and the symbol disappears and breaks away. And did you want to do that now, Behold, or?
I'll wait for now.
Sorry, what were you going to do?
Behold wanted to do something, but he's going to do it later.
I'm still preparing to smash this thing's head in at the moment it moves, by the way.
Okay, that's fair.
Dude,
Is there-
enough.
What did you say, Queglod?
Is there a good reason not to just smash it now?
I'd say just keep it. Maybe we need it.
suppose
I mean,
so.
first things first, move away from it first.
Yeah, okay, in that case, I'm going to keep working my way around.
Okay, so you make your way around over to there.
I don't suppose I could ask someone to come with me? I
Ah.
need adult supervision.
Okay.
I like how Harlan's just grunting.
You
and
move.
just
You
stress.
move around the room. Nothing seems to happen. Actually, no, because of your gaze, because of the gaze here, that's just out of it. So you're just okay. You're purposefully keeping out of the way of its gaze. Seeing from what you've been told. Queglod, make the roll again,
Okay.
please.
Okay, everyone make sure you're ready for something to go wrong at any moment.
I'm gonna prepare my crossbow.
Okay, pull out your crossbow.
I'm ready, guys. I've to use it for so long.
I still have a spell slot to... Okay. I still have a spell slot to cast Shatter if things go south.
There's a reason I've got many.
Since when do you have a crossbow?
Since forever. There's a reason I have many flowing robes so people can't.
Another 8! Jesus Christ.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
Did you go to strike
Another 11 on the...
Did you go to strike on the back of it? It fades and disappears again with the strike of the blow.
What do you got a feeling Chris is making you roll just to cause you stress?
Well, it's working for me.
Okay, Malcolm, I've noticed that you've moved Featherwing. What would you like to do?
Featherwing was just gonna be there just in case it activated. And then it was
okay.
gonna stay.
Ah, cool.
Okay.
Yeah, it's probably a good idea, actually.
Oh, Sasha, you've seen Bhold walk in front of this one.
Oh, okay.
Just as a heads up.
And
I'm aware. I'm still going to stay over here because I don't trust these things as far as I can throw them.
I mean,
Queglod.
you might be able to throw them fairly far.
Yeah, that's actually true. I do have a very high carry weight now.
Yeah. So far, so good. Let's,
Get on. Wait, Featherwing disabled this one?
No, he was waiting there. But
He just
it's up to you guys what you want to do now.
go for the next one.
yeah, I'm gonna go for this one over here.
Okay.
I can't get you over there.
Yeah, no, just, I'm gonna, as soon as I see him moving, I'm just gonna hold my hand up, like, wait.
Okay. Do you wait there?
Yep.
Roll again, please, Queglod.
Let's knock it all of them.
Oh, shit!
Okay, that's definitely
As
and
you-
that's not much damage.
As you go for this strike on the back, you strike it, and the symbol doesn't disappear, and you don't feel the discharge, and you place your hand on it again, and you feel this hand reach up and grab your arm, and now you are grappled by this gargoyle. I would like everyone to roll initiative,
Did
please.
this one wake
This
up?
one,
thing
you
in the-
see the symbol at the back glow, and its eyes glow red. I'm going to allow you two to have a surprise attack on it
Yeah.
with Featherwing.
I'm stinging it.
You're stinging it? Okay, so attack roll sting with advantage. Yes, advantage because of unseen enemy on your part. And
I got my initiative is 0.
Good job. Well, this
Nice
actually
one.
might change nothing, but I guess we'll see.
Yeah,
Attack
I'll
on your
roll
part.
my initiative.
Okay, nat 20.
You two, as this form begins to go in place, Featherwing goes behind, takes its stinger, and jabs it into the back. You see it sink into you notice it sink into the stone behind. The symbol begins to whirl and glow before it begins to slowly fade as Behold's axe just cleaves through the head and torso of it, separating it from its body. The statue falls into the ground. Okay, so the initiative was as followed. 1 on Sasha, or 0 on Sasha. Good
0.
job. Let's change this music.
You're welcome. But remember, I have a prepared action ready, so the moment this thing moves, if it moves.
Yeah, that's fine. So, who else? Initiative, please.
Yeah, I took mine up here.
What's yours?
20.
What's yours?
Okay,
Uh,
25 to 20.
20.
20 to 15. 15 to 10.
14.
11.
14, 11. And Malcolm?
7.
7. Okay.
And
So,
of course, 0.
and 0 with Sasha. Yep. So, Behold, at the beginning of this, you see this one reach up and grab Queglod. The other 3 seem to be dormant. They don't seem to have moved or changed at all. Okay.
Oh, wait.
Reckless attack? Yay or nay?
Yay.
Okay.
Vote yay.
Okay.
Is this with a disadvantage, though?
No, because it's not attack rolls, it's ability checks. So you can reckless attack if you wish. And it will give you
No,
advantage.
this is fine. Yeah, I will. Fuck it. There's no.
You might as well roll all the damage as well, but okay. So, 12. That does hit. And the damage is... yeah, it's enough. You cleave through with your axe after Queglod grabs onto it. You bring your axe down, slicing through the arm, before swinging it up, tearing through the back wings and the chest of it, tearing it apart. Combat is over.
Yeah! I then go light this on fire.
Okay. That... hold on.
Elsyan's just
Work
looking
that.
slightly.
I
Elsyan's just
assume I still
holding.
have like a statue arm grabbing onto me.
Yeah, you have what is now a hard stone arm just grabbing onto you. Yeah, it's kind of wrapped around your wrist, but it's not moving or not changing at all.
Sasha, I don't suppose you have a chisel, do you?
I do actually have some smith's tools on me.
Turn it into a bracelet.
I'll do like a quick little ding. I'm just gonna like find a weak point on it and just like shatter off one of the fingers
Yeah,
so
like
so that you can
knuckles or
escape.
whatever.
Yeah. Put your arm on. Put your arm against the wall, please. I'm gonna need you to hold it steady for me.
Yes, I'll move over to you.
You're going to turn his arm into dust by accident, I can tell. Or Queglod's arm into dust by accident.
I go over here to the side, and I basically just get out one of my smith's tools, hammers, and just sort of
Strength check.
go around.
And I'm also going to roll my d20 for this as well.
Oh no!
Give me your roll, please. D20 is in case of emergencies. Okay. As you go to do it,
+9.
you take your hammer and chisel, you go for a ting into it, and it cracks and it splits. The lower thumb breaks off, and now it's just the top part, and you just easily slide your hand out.
Much appreciated.
And I light it on
No problem.
Okay, as you go to light it on fire, Infernal, you place the torch down into the brazier. Doesn't catch.
Sorcery is there.
By the way, the
This
room is
place.
filled with a green hue from Bhold behind him, and then there's just Malcom with this beacon of light above him. And then there's also Sasha with a beacon of light above her.
Elsyan doesn't care because he's just looking at
Three
his crossbow
beacons of
disappointed.
Right, I'm gonna try and look over these braziers to see if there's anything special about them or
Investigation
anything
check.
religious.
Malcom, did you want to do anything, seeing as you moved into the center?
I was gonna do the same thing as
Okay, go ahead. Make an investigation check.
I couldn't say anything before.
Did I
That's
see
fine.
anything
That's
else when I tried to look in on fire?
Okay, make an investigation check on your part as well, Behold.
Okay.
With exhaustion, yeah. So that is a... almost that 20, 19. As you look in, it's like, oh, it's ash. Of course it wouldn't light on fire. Oh well. Sasha, you're looking through it, and you can see in this first one, as you look over it, it's got a intricate brass design, as previously described. The ash is on the bottom, and you can see what looks to be... What's your total?
It depends. Am I getting any bonuses from?
No,
the
it's
fact
just
it's
a
metal work?
straight investigation check.
Then I believe a 13.
Yeah, looking at it, it just seems to be ash. It's a small pile
Actually,
of
wait,
ash
did
in
I-
the bottom,
Did I
but
do something so that my investigation is 0?
anything else?
No, minus-
Malcom, you on the other hand notice something. there are very small differences. This is something that you have seen. These are different kinds of dragons. And as you look through, you look and you can see what looks to be a faint hue on the underside, just off of the rim of where the ash is. You can see in the first one, it's red. And now you look at it, the dragon matches that of a red dragon. The second one matches that of a black dragon. The one after that, this is going clockwise by the way. Next one after that, a green dragon. The one after that, a white dragon. And the one after that, a blue dragon. And each one has this very faint layer of what looks to be some kind of paint or dye that has been pasted onto the bottom of these braziers, just looking over where the ash sits in the base of these braziers.
So the one that Bhold tried to light.
It's a green.
It's a white one. White dragon.
White.
Yes.
I'm gonna walk up to Bhold. Bhold, can I borrow your torch real quick?
He has 3.
Sure, I have 2 of them.
This entire time he's been like skillfully juggling these torches while not dropping any of them somehow.
Alright, which one was the red one?
The red one is this one next to Sasha.
Alright, I'm gonna go up to
remember-
this one and try and light it.
Okay. You place the torch down into the ash and you watch as the ash burns this brilliant red as the ash burns up, and you see on the inside of the flame that's now licking up, you see this orb about the same size as your drift globe. Small orb currently sat in this in its housing in the middle of the flame.
Oh.
I'm gonna take it.
Okay. You have fire resistance because you're a tiefling, but you will take no points of damage from this. As you reach out, you grab the orb and you pull it back. The fire immediately vanishes and disappears, and you now have this very small, warm to the touch red orb.
Does it look to mine?
Hmm?
Does it look similar to mine?
No. Yours is So, just to describe how yours looks, yours is a red orb, more crimson in colour, with what looks to be a octahedral-like shape in the middle. For those not knowing, it's a D8. And it seems to have what looks to be these veins wrapped around it, around the octahedral in the centre, that kind of makes it look like a spyglass, or not spyglass, kind of like the Eye of Sauron. Almost, with the way it looks. Your one that you have, Malcolm, is just a perfectly clear spherical red orb.
I don't suppose it looks anything like the fire orb we already have, does it?
No, nothing like it.
Okay.
Which one was the green one?
The green one is that one.
Alright. I don't know if this is actually gonna work or not, but I'm gonna use poison spray on this one.
Okay. As you cast poison spray, lifting your hand over the top, this faint trickles of poison spores and begin to fall down. And as they touch the ash, you watch the ash liquefy into a pool of green. And ever so faintly in the centre of it, you can see another orb. This one a shade of green, sat within the pool of poison.
Hmm.
Can I try and see if I notice this?
Yeah?
Sorry to interrupt, but
You would notice
I've
this.
got
Everyone's
a-
watching at this point. If anybody else wants to move, you're welcome to do so. Malcolm, what were you
right,
going to say?
I go over.
Right.
Sudz, were you saying
Were
anything?
you going to say anything, Malcolm?
I was just gonna try and take it. I know it was gonna hurt, but I'm gonna take it.
No.
You place as you go to place your hands in, do you heed Sasha's warning, yay or nay?
Allow me.
I mean, we could just heal afterwards. So
Well, my way doesn't require any healing.
And I just pick up a pair of tongs out of my kit.
Okay. You reach in.
Is that fair enough, Chris?
I mean, if Malcolm's going to allow it.
sure.
Okay. You reach in with the
Any
tongs.
better look?
You pull out the green orb, same size as the red one, dripping with this green
I'm gonna
tinge to it.
I'm gonna take like a cloth or something and just sort of. Or do I have any like?
You have scrap, yeah.
Yeah, I'll just take some scrap cloth and just sort of wipe it off and then hand it over to Malcom.
Yeah. You wipe it off. The cloth becomes a little bit stained with a little bit of green, but it's nothing it's nothing harmful as it's in your palm. It doesn't seem to have caused any additional effects to you.
Queglod.
Mm-hmm.
You can use something that does lightning damage or electricity, right? Or thunder or something?
I can,
whatever.
yes.
Can you use it in this one right here?
Yes, I suppose
That is
so.
the blue one, right?
That's the white one. Blue one's that
The
one.
white one. Blue
No,
one.
it's this one.
Yep.
Then that one.
Okay.
What would you like to use?
Okay, I'll trust in Malcolm's knowledge of dragons. I will use Shocking Touch, just sort of hover my hand over it and then try and
Okay.
spark a little bit of electricity.
As you do, you bring your hand over, the electricity leaps from your fingers, travels down into the ash. There's this crackle and this shimmering as you watch as the ash turns to water, rises and half fills the brazier, and you see this electricity traveling and licking across the surface of the water as this happens. And at the base of this water, you see a blue orb.
Can you use your staff to get it out?
Black and white.
Wait, your staff is made of metal, right?
Yeah.
Alright. I'm gonna use my staff to get it out since mine's not made of metal.
Okay.
Okay. I'm going to be on hand to catch it, just in case.
Yeah. You begin to you put your staff in, and the electricity seems to spark and dance across the surface of your staff, but to no end, fizzling off into the air. And you, after a little bit of trying, kind of like a game of hockey, you hook the blue orb out, and Queglod, you catch it. As you do, you take 1 point of lightning damage. But
Okay, I'm going
to no further end.
Okay, there's nothing affecting
okay.
me from holding onto it.
No.
Okay.
Does anyone have any acid or ice? I believe.
I got ice for this one. This one is...
This one is white.
Black. Wait, this one is black.
Black
That one's
and
black.
white.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Black
use
is either acid or necrotic, and I'm pretty sure it's acid.
What a badass.
Actually, I gotta...
Fat.
You want to mute? I know what he's going to do. So, you watch as Malcom pulls out a small droplet of water, passes it between his hand, and this small, very thin sheet of like icy glass appears on the surface of his hand. You assume you're using ice knife?
Yeah.
Yeah. And you pass it over, and you watch as it shatters and breaks up, swirls into the ash, and you watch as this white flame erupts outwards before you watch as it crystallizes around the outside, burns back into flame, and continues this process over and over again. You see this white orb at the base of the brazier.
Gonna use my staff to get it out again.
Okay. As you do and you hook it out, the end of your staff is currently now covered with ice. And the light cantrip dims and fades on the end of your end of lighthouse. As you hook it out, who's catching the orb?
I mean, I'm the closest.
Okay, you take 1 point of cold damage as you now hold onto the orb. It's cold and you feel your hands frost over.
Does my mountain born do anything with it?
Actually, that's the point, yeah. So, never mind. As you catch the orb, it stings, it tickles, it reminds you a little bit of home. But it's nothing you haven't felt before. You pass it off to Malcom, or are you holding onto it for now?
I mean, if you want it, I can.
Yeah.
Okay. And the last one, the Black Dragon.
That would be okay. Out of game. That's acid, right?
I think it's necrotic, to be honest.
I believe it's acidic. I'm trying to find the thing.
Trying to find the dragon's document I sent you.
I got the dragons thing, but it doesn't actually say what they.
Oh, it doesn't
Like,
say the breath
I
types.
know-
No.
No, it
I
doesn't.
know. Okay, black dragons are acid in normal D&D. I don't know if there's any difference between any if you've made any changes, Chris. But luckily, I know fucking everything about dragons. So tell me what it is.
I'm gonna say you know a lot about red dragons, so make me an intelligence check.
I know about dragons.
You know about dragons, so you get to make a nature check with advantage for you, because you know more about this. This is just going off base knowledge for you, Sasha.
Okay. Do I get any?
It was
Yeah.
intelligence.
It's a nature check.
Nature total, yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, I'm 13, by the way.
I got 14.
You both confirm that it is indeed acid.
Alright.
I don't know acid attack. Can I try and use my herbalist knowledge with the stuff that I've currently got on me to create some minor acid? Like something that is at least acidic?
Are you trained in nature?
I am not.
And I think I have one of those.
Okay. I'm gonna say, Malcom, make a nature check. And Sasha, make a nature check with disadvantage.
Ten. It's not bad.
12.
12? Okay. There are mushrooms and other fruits and other things you could use that have an acidic side to them, but you're not entirely sure. Sasha.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, wrong character sheet. Need to go to Harlan's.
I have some brewing reagents. I have apples, which are technically acidic, but only very minorly. I also have a number of other different spices and things that may technically be acidic, but I'm not sure.
The apples would be the closest thing you have to acidic. With your cooking supplies, Malcom, you could probably cook up something which would be acidic in taste. Would take 10 minutes, but it's possible.
Do tentacles have any acid in them?
Tentacles from what?
Grix.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
I need to.
But
I need to look this up now. Okay, this is actually a very good question. I'm going to say, for the purposes of this, make a nature check to see if you'd be able to discover it. I'm going to say that you would have advantage because you have fought these things, so that cancels out the disadvantage you have from exhaustion. 18. There's a mild amount of acid/poison. You're not entirely sure what it might be, but it's still worth a shot. You're not sure what happens if you've already seen that if you apply something that isn't the effect, something doesn't seem to happen. So it might be worth a shot.
in the meanwhile, I'm going to move over to Sudz and begin rummaging through the bag of holding, if that's all right.
Well, you ain't gonna find anything, cause...
Infernal, you do your thing.
Is this like dripping from the tentacles, or does it like need to
be like squeezing it or wringing it out to try and get it out? But yeah. Okay.
I assume I need to roll.
You pull out a
Or not.
tentacle and you begin to squeeze and wring the outside of it. You watch as this trickle of blood and stuff begins to pour out. The blood, as it lands into it, doesn't seem to have any effect, but then there's this thin black seam that seems to come out of the edge of it, and as it hits the basin, you watch as the ash turns this violent shade of black and deep green and begins to bubble and there's a small, very black or dark green emerald in the base of this.
Mr. Steve.
I wouldn't touch that if I were you. What
What
does
really?
acid?
You have a way to get them all out, but someone isn't paying attention.
Yeah, we do actually.
Mr. can levitate objects.
Mr. can levitate objects.
Mr. Can levitate objects here. How may I help you today?
Levitate the damn thing, please.
I'm levitating the damn thing, and yes, Mr. Levitating Objects was concerned with something else briefly. And I say briefly. Sorry. But yes.
Elsyan, now not having a time to shine throughout this entire thing, as you're all pondering over what to do, you just watch as the orb begins to rise out of the brazier, then just floats slowly towards Elsyan.
I just sort of just have a face of just...
I have the other 4, right?
Queglod has 1 unless she's handed it over, and Elsyan has 1 as well at this point.
Behold has the cold one, yes?
No, he handed it over.
He handed it over, and I could have swore that Queglod handed.
Well, if I didn't hand it over before, I'm handing it over now.
Okay, so you've handed it over, so you have
know
4.
what to do with these, Malcolm?
You have 4 of them. Elsyan has 1.
What'd you say, Queglod?
Saying, do you know what to do with these, Malcolm?
I'm not totally sure. I feel like if they're put together, then maybe something might happen.
The 5 Dragon Balls.
We just need 2 more.
Wait a minute.
It summons the Shenron.
Honestly, I think now we take a 10-minute rest. We heal up, and I identify at least one of these things to try and work out what to do.
You figure out one, we'll figure out the rest.
Hopefully.
That's a vaguely smart idea, Sasha.
Do the black one so we're not racist.
I'll do the fire one because that's the one I can touch.
Yeah, Infernal. Alright, so you guys take a 10-minute rest. If you want to take longer, you can take a short rest and roll hit die. You will also restore back anything that you would gain back from a short rest. So, for example, Queglod, you'd gain back your spell slots and so on. It's up to you guys if you wish to go for a half an hour rest, in which case you could identify cast up to 3 things. If you wish to.
Uh,
I need to.
Rage is long rest, right?
Rage is long rest, yes. Exhaustion is also the same. The only thing you'd gain back would be
Nothing.
Stone's Endurance.
Wait, is it short rest?
Yeah, Stone's Endurance is a short rest.
Right.
Short or long rest? Okay, I didn't.
Malcolm, bring them over here. I'd rather do this away from the pentacle of fire braziers over there. It seems quite,
By the way, do you want this other orb?
Oh yes.
Yes.
Oh yeah. I should have just dipped my hair into the fire one.
Now, what the rest of you guys are going to see is this orb just floating over to Sudz, but what I see is Farnsworth bringing it to you.
Yep, he's
that's
walking along.
right.
The orb is on top of a pillow. Just carries it over and then goes down almost to not necessarily to a knee, but to a mild head nod or bow. Just what you see, Elsyan.
That's exactly what I see.
Oh, that's why I smell the stupid grill.
Right. Okay. Do any of them seem different than the others?
They are all see-through for the most part, almost completely see-through on all of them. They are the 5 colours as indicated.
Mm-hmm.
And
Perfect spheres.
Perfect spheres. Nothing inside. As you begin to mull over them, which one are you identifying?
Fire one first, because I can definitely touch that one. Well, okay. I'm gonna try poking that one and see if I feel anything, but from touching it, because I've got my thing and I've got I've got my my gloves on. I've also got my my amulet of fuck you fire. So
Okay.
I'm taking hold of that one first,
Okay.
and I'm trying to ascertain whether I can feel whether it would have done something to someone else if
Okay.
they took it.
So, as you begin to identify the orb, you can sense a very faint level of magic in it.
Mm-hmm.
You can't identify the magic, as it seems to be more like kind of like an anchor for magic, as if. Just trying to find the best way to describe it. Think of it like this: it's more like a key than it is an object in itself. The magic you can sense is transmutation.
I can sense transmutation magic from it. It seems like a key more than an actual object, like it'll allow you to do something or activate something, but it doesn't appear to have too much innate magic. Like, is there anything else that Identify tells me?
Well,
Identify would tell you that this is known as the Red Dragon's Orb.
The red dragon.
That's its name.
You learn its properties and how to use them.
It has no personal use. It is a key.
Okay, are there any spells affecting the item? Or was it created by a spell?
It was created by a spell.
I learn which spell created it.
It would have been a ritual cast, and you don't know this spell.
Could I
It feels similar to your Artisan's Blessing, but it feels darker.
Does it have any charges, by the way? Just gotta check that.
No charges.
Right. They seem to be. This one at least seems to be a key. I assume the others are as well.
You wish to identify the others over that time? You can.
I'll identify one other, the poison one, because I've got resistances to poison.
Okay. As you look over the poison one, by the way, it's not poisoning you in any way as you're holding it or anything.
Okay, that's cool. Just
none of them are causing additional effects from holding them. I mean, Malcom has all of them. Otherwise, he'd be taking a lot of damage from lightning, poison, cold, and acid over this time. But he's fine.
Oh no! I explode.
Holding the green one and looking at it, it seems to have the same property. The magic seems to be the same, and as this happens, you feel a link between the two almost.
Yes.
And the link is direct between them.
Right.
What I think. Well,
Wish to identify another one? Let me know which one it is.
I will identify the acid one. I'm doing all three just to double check this. But Sudz, once I'm done with this. Okay, I'm checking 3 because we don't have 50 minutes, probably.
It's fine. I think it's fair to assume that if 3 of them do the same thing, the other 2 do the same as well.
Yeah. Okay, I do it. Same thing.
As you identify it, it is the same. However, the connection is not direct.
Oh. Guys, would you be alright with waiting another 20 minutes? Something strange has come up.
Hold on, which 2 are connected?
The red one and the green one.
The red one and the green one.
Question: can I feel any connections coming off of the either any of them that I've been holding?
The one you just identified, the black one or the dark green one, it has connections, and it is mildly connected to the red one, ever so slightly more connected to the green one, but not directly.
Right.
So maybe.
Right.
Maybe it's the order that we got them out. Because we did the red one, and then we did the green one, and then we did the blue one, and then we did the white one.
and then we did that.
And then the black one, yes.
Right, I'm going to... give me 20 more minutes. I'm going to cast again on the other two.
Okay. If any of the other of you would like to do anything during this time, you've got 50
you've got
minutes
50
effectively.
minutes.
Half of your enlargement potion duration is used up. Behold, keep that in mind.
Yeah, I was gonna just say.
And if any of you wanted to roll hit die, if you haven't already, go ahead and do so. And restore anything which is restored over a short rest, beast shapes, warlock spell slots, and so on. As you identify the two of them, you find that the red one is connected to the green one. The green one is connected to the blue one. The blue one is connected to the white one, and then the white one is connected to the black one. Same order you took them out.
So maybe I'm gonna take them and
No, I don't put them back in there unless you're willing to.
I wasn't
spend-
gonna put them back in.
Okay.
I was gonna basically sit them on the ground, basically in the same symbol, and put them in the same order that we took them out.
Okay.
Right.
So the red one first, and green, blue, white, black.
Okay. As you do this, you begin to like try and see if there's any connection between them, and nothing seems to happen.
Right. I suspect we either have to put them back into the pedestals, or there's something else in this place where we use them. Let's
There
hang
were-
on to them for now
yeah,
and head up.
There were stairs going up as well as down. So there's definitely somewhere we haven't checked yet.
Alright, so
Let's just
I
make
guess we
sure that we know which pedestal each one was from.
Yeah.
Just
Well,
in case.
if-
everything's around.
If
That
you
was
want to
around- Oh,
know which one it is, I'll say that you've memorized it, and I can just read out the order that you have both, because you've making a note of it. You've taken
I
them
mean,
out
just
and the
about-
ones you got them from.
Just to also double check, I'm just gonna grab my magic chalk and just scribble that.
Oh, you're gonna write on the floor? Okay. What color would you like to write in?
I'm gonna write in the color for each of them.
Ooh,
I'm
fancy.
Yeah.
You go
yeah.
around and you write the order in which you took them out and which ones belong to which.
Green, red, blue, white, black.
Yep, and
Green one. No, red one.
Green two.
Green two.
red 1,
uh,
green 2,
that's red.
blue 3,
Blue.
white 4, black 5.
Yeah. Woo. I'm fancy.
You go
And I'm
through
just
and
gonna
you write
stick
this on the
them.
floor.
And I'm gonna stick the orbs in the bag of holding for now.
I am, however, going to actually, I'm going to get rid of the numbers because I don't try just in case someone else comes back.
Okay. That's fair.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna. Okay, everyone got those numbers memorized.
Yep.
Actually, everyone got those colors memorized. The numbers I think are less important if they don't.
Hold good with colors.
Yeah. Okay. Ignore what I said. I'm going to write the numbers in white, and then everything else is fine.
Okay.
And nothing
Why
else.
don't we just write this all down on a bit of paper?
Shut up. Yeah.
You watch as Sasha with the piece of chalk just runs down the corridor, and this streak of white is just left on the wall as she runs.
Yeah. No. I'm actually sort of like I'm like doing it on the ground as I run because I'm so low to the ground. Just sort of like.
You've done what little children have done and just shrugged your arms down, dragging them along the floor.
Yeah, effectively. Yeah.
Yeah.
But while he's doing that, Elsyan's writing this out on a bit of paper.
Okay. You write it out.
Yeah,
You know the
I'm
order,
following
and
close
if you wish to
behind.
know, I can
I
retell
do
you.
believe just double check. I do have the scholars. It is the scholars kit I have. So, yeah,
Regardless,
probably.
you should have a pen and paper, and you have your book
Yeah.
of law with bonus pages at the back. So.
Yeah, that's true. So yeah, that works. Yeah, I
Okay.
do have stuff.
So, is there anything else anybody else would like to do before leaving?
Yes, hit dice. I didn't want to interrupt.
That's
that.
fine.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not sure how it's
I
supposed
wanted to
work.
do that as well.
Hit dice is your hit. It's your hit die plus your Constitution modifier. Your hit die count should be at 4, which is max because you've taken two long rests since your last combat.
Should be 4.
So it should be 4. So reduce that number down by 1 for every hit die you use. Use your hit die plus your Constitution modifier. Elsyan, yours is a D8.
Yes, I've got
yours is
Mine's also a D8.
Yours is also a D8. And was anybody else rolling hit die?
It's gonna well.
I'm full.
I am both good and
5
have
plus
0
1,
need
so
to.
that's 5 total.
Yeah, it's 5 total. That brings it up to 20. I'm gonna do another one as well.
Yep. It's just a hit die, Elsyan, not a D20. That would be nice.
No. I've come up to 20.
No,
I'm
you had your
saying.
hand over a D20. I thought you were going to roll it.
No, I all tabbed.
Plus con mod.
Yep.
So that's
That brings
5.
If you want to use another one, you're welcome to do so. Remember, you gain back half of your hit die at a long rest. So you'll gain back
That's
2,
fine.
because that's your level.
Alright, yeah, I'll use another one.
Okay, go ahead.
Go to the toilet quickly.
Go for it. Okay, I assume you're back up to full with that.
8, 10, so that makes 15. Did I get all together? Yep.
Up to full. Cool. Everybody else is done with their hit die.
Yeah, I only took 1 damage, so I'm not rolling any.
So, did anybody want to do anything before you left? Behold, you've still got 2 torches. Malcom, I'll say for now that you've got 1, and you use the torch to lightly melt off the ice that's on the end of your staff at this point.
Yeah, that's what I was planning on doing anyways.
Just it melts off ever so slowly. The heat from the torch seems to be not too harsh, and the light provided seems to be relatively dim, kind of a weaker light, but it doesn't seem to burn out.
I would like to light this web on fire.
The web on fire. Okay.
Yes.
As you can't believe you did it. Good job. As you light the web on fire, the web shrivels away, and and where the flames touch something, you see it hit a skull. And from the skull, where the light catches it, you see this gleam, something underneath the skull in the corner.
Oh, can I pick it up?
Oh, I am so enthused for this.
As you pick up the skull, there is a tiny ring underneath. It's not going to fit on your finger currently because of the enlarged spell. But you've got this
Take
ring.
it anyway.
You've got a ring which would fit on your finger. As you pick it up, you feel, I want to wear this ring.
I want to wear it on my other hand.
You put it away.
I'm now ringmaster.
You put it away?
Yeah.
What's that you've got
I'm
there,
gonna put it
Pickle?
on exactly when my enlargement spell goes out.
Okay. We'll say that that's a very future in advance prepared action.
Yes. Very advanced.
Okay, Queglod, roll perception, I imagine.
Yeah, I'll say that you notice the burning, and then you notice Bhold lean down and pick something up, and then pocket
Yeah.
something.
Oh, what have you
I'm
got
back.
there, Behold?
Also, Elsyan, you would have
Oscar?
noticed this as well.
Notice what? I've just
You
got
watched
back.
as Bhold took his torch, lit the cobweb on fire, it burned away, and then he picked up a skull, and there was this, which is in the corner covered in webs, and he picked up something from it. You can vaguely see it's shiny and in the kind of the shape of a ring. He looks at it and then puts it in his pocket.
That's some Zelda shit right there.
So when are we leaving?
What did you say you had, Behold?
I found another ring. A word when I get smaller.
Would you like me to hold on to it until then?
To check it over for any magics.
Sure. Alright, another 10 minutes rest.
We're all just getting up, ready to go, and no, sit back down again.
Come on, guys, we're
I'm-
leaving. I found something. I guess we're sitting back down again.
And we sit back down and we check it around.
Okay.
I'm gonna send Featherwing out there at least to see what it looks like right there.
Okay,
Oh,
when
okay.
I take, when I take the ring, do I notice it?
When you take the ring, there is a magical source from this. It's relatively powerful. It's not forceful. If that makes sense. It's not trying anything, it's pretty and it's powerful.
You seem to have found something quite powerful, Behold.
Ooh.
I think it's best that we get moving for now, but Sasha, perhaps you should identify this when we have another free moment.
All right, I will do that then.
I'm going to slip it into my pouch for now.
Okay. So,
I'm now counting down for my enlargement spell to run out in my head.
by the way,
Jesus.
the gemstone, by the way, is malachite.
Which gemstone?
Malachite
On the ring?
of the ring, yes.
Okay.
Because you'd be able to tell that from your natural fancies. And
Right,
it's a pretty green gem for you, Bhold, but for Queglod it's a malachite. It's a cheap gem, but it's still pretty.
I want to wear it. It's fine. Ring is ring.
Hold on, going back to Malcom. You sent Featherwing up into the higher locations.
Up the other way we didn't go, just to see.
I'm excited for this.
Okay. Ooh. Over one. Go.
Kentucky Fried Featherwing.
As no.
Jesus Christ.
5, 6.
Harlan, you
Where?
disgust me.
You know what? You're going in the bag of holding. Screw that.
So Featherwing is on
Hey,
his
I would like to pick up Sasha.
As
Oh.
Featherwing flies up the staircase and Featherwing comes to now a plateau, you can see you can see 2 more of those torches in holders, and you can see as the way forward curves to the right. The curve to the right, by the way, is here.
Yeah.
It's just because the tiles are so big. That's fine.
Yeah, I accidentally dropped it.
Does Featherwing have dark vision?
Should have dark vision.
I'm just going to double check. He'll be in your companion sheet.
Doesn't say anything about dark vision. Yes,
He does?
60 feet dark.
60 feet dark vision. Okay. See most of this chamber then, if not all of it.
Shit.
Fuck.
I appreciate we both
Okay.
have the exact.
You
Right,
see
this is
Featherwing.
Green Grindel's second lair.
Featherwing sees what
I
looks to
wouldn't be
be
surprised.
a very nicely made circular room. It's a smooth edge around the outside, with the exception of the opposite side of the room, which has a depiction on it. You can see the room goes up, kind of just in a flat vertical motion before curving off into a dome. As you look up, as Featherwing follows it up, you can see what looks to be a combat between, kind of depicted as a 5-headed dragon currently is slinking over with this army and horde of dragons behind it. You see it combating what looks to be this dragon of a gleaming colour of some kind, standing there noble and tall. And you see behind it armies and hordes of dragonborn standing there, all with their swords raised and their shields upon them as they charge into battle against this foe. You can see in the centre of this there is a small spherical section in the centre where there's like a little bit of a pillar that sticks down. And it's fancily carved, so it's almost disguised to mix in with the roof of this as it vaguely reaches down. You can see, looking back at the rest of the room, coffins, stone coffins, 4 on each side and 1 placed upon a platform in the centre, with 2 to either side of it on the lower end of the platform. Looking across the room, you can see another picture. It's difficult to see from this distance with Featherwing.
On this side of the room?
Yes,
Over here?
on the opposite side of the room. It looks to be some kind of a stone door almost. Just smooth cut with the depiction on it.
The 5-headed dragon. I'm guessing it. Are the 5 different heads, different colors, or?
Because it's stone, there isn't really much of a discrepancy between them. Your general understanding is they look to be each of the different colors of the basic chromatic dragons. So black, white, blue, red, green.
Gonna have Featherwing move up a little bit and look at this.
As Featherwing gets closer in, you can see a little bit further in. The depiction on the other side seems to be that of the 5-headed dragon, and each of its heads is sprawled out in like a fan motion, and each of them has its mouth wide open and an indent, a perfectly spherical indent in the wall.
Hmm. I'm going to have Featherwing come back.
Okay.
And
Just as a
I'm just
Gmod
gonna
flies
go
through
to
the
the toilet
wall.
very
and just-
quickly. I'm just gonna go to the toilet very quickly.
Yeah, go for it.
I'll be back in a moment.
well,
As this
I
was
found a
happening,
place
you had your arm on, you had your hand on Sasha's shoulder, and Sasha, you watched as Featherwing flew off. You watched as Malcolm's eyes glazed over white.
Oh, he's doing the
as this happened.
Queglod thing.
Yeah, you recognize this as the Queglod thing.
yeah, I found out where these orbs go.
Right. Well, good. What's up there?
Pretty pictures.
I like pretty pictures. What are they pretty pictures of?
Well, one was about a 5-headed dragon fighting another type of dragon with Dragonborn behind them, helping them fight, and the
A five-headed dragon, you say? Religion check.
Disadvantage.
Worth a try.
Malcolm, you get a straight religion check if you wish. 3 on both sides. You have no idea who this is.
Okay, you gotta admit that that's quite funny, though.
I rolled 2 6s earlier.
I'm gonna message you what this means.
Okay. Yeah.
I've just had a thought. Isn't this place you figured out it's a Dawn Marshal place?
Yes.
Well, this bit was behind a thing to devour.
Well, this is where they sent people that were fighting the Dawn Marshals or something. At least that's something that Gray said. Dawn Marshals definitely had a part in it.
Yeah, Grease said it's an
So
old
this-
necromancer's prison where they used to store the necromancers.
Okay, so it's where the Dawn Marshals stored the necromancers.
Effectively, yeah.
Okay, I'm with you there. Yeah, cool. Okay,
Yes.
so
Oh yeah, that reminds me.
Right, sorry about that.
why?
Did you miss the description of the room?
Yes.
Okay.
Wait, which description?
The upper room, which...
This room.
with all the coffins and the depictions and stuff.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
when Featherwing was flying through, I was there for that.
Okay. That is what you know.
Okay. Yeah, it
This
was
is
just
what
after
I know.
I sent it
just
to you
after
in
when
Discord.
Featherwing was called.
Oh. Oh. Well. Well, that's the thing.
Would you care to tell us?
Really, you just got a deck pick.
How do I?
It's got 5 heads. They're all different colours.
But you need to get that looked at, okay?
How do I?
Chris, I think you need to deinstall Photoshop.
How do I pronounce the first one?
How do you pronounce the first one?
Yes.
Tiamat.
Oh, fuck.
Ah, shit.
Oh, fuck. Wait, that means that's Tiamat and that's Bahamut. Oh, shit.
Oh. Yay.
Yeah, I know exactly what this means.
More experienced D&D people are suddenly going, oh no. The less experienced D&D people are like, oh, dragons!
That is me. What the fuck is a Tiamat?
Just got me a problem.
It's now Tiamat is a mat you put on the ground and you have tea on it.
Yeah, don't lie to them.
I thought that was a mat that people called Tia would have.
It's either or, both.
But
Very great info. Very good to know.
Okay.
If any of you would like to move, and if you would like to refer this information to the rest, you're welcome to do so.
I'm just trying to remember exactly. I just know it's bad news.
Well, I mean, they basically figured it out already.
Yeah, I know, but they don't know the lore.
That's metagame. I don't know
that's
character.
metagame. Characters don't know anything because the lore of
That's
Tiamat.
Harlan saying fuck.
Yeah, the lore of Tiamat and Bahamut is different in the canon lore compared to this. I tend to modify gods quite a lot because it's more fun that way.
Yeah.
Right. Tiamat. I don't know if I've ever heard that name. Let me have a think on it.
You already did your religion check. You have no idea who this is.
Yeah.
Tiamat, I don't know what this is. Let me have a think on it.
It seems very...
Are you trained in religion?
I don't think so.
Then no.
Elsyan has no time to think of religion. Wait, am I?
I am
gotta double check
specifically trained in dragon religions. What the fuck, me?
You were trained in red dragons and the red dragon religion side of it, which was a Turan. Malcolm's trained in dragons. All things dragony dragons.
I know
Dragony
everything.
Little dragons, big dragons, every kind of dragon.
He watched too much How to Train Your Dragon.
You watched too much Spyro. So, what are you guys doing at this time?
Malcolm's going up the steps.
Okay, Malcolm begins heading up the steps. Rest of you?
I'm following Queglod.
Okay, let's go.
Okay, Malcolm, you head up the steps.
Let's get moving.
Okay, marching order is Sasha would be the next one up if she's moving.
Mm-hmm.
So it'd be Malcolm, then Sasha. Are you waiting for the rest?
No.
I'm hanging on.
You might want to move into the room a bit
I was
more.
going about here and then waiting.
Oh, fine, or you put right on top of me. I'm trying to grab stuff, people move it, and then I'm risking grabbing other stuff that I shouldn't. Sorry, I'm tired.
So moving through Queglod, you're on
baby.
Behold.
What?
You've been picked up and you're being carried by Bhold in his massive form. You're finding it difficult to hold on. Whereas before you could just wrap around his neck. Now you can't do that. Your arms are too short.
He's in my paw. Oh, she's in my paw.
Yeah.
All right. Well, since everybody's here, I'm moving in.
Okay. So you head into the room. The room is lit, and you will see the very well made room. You see all of the coffins before you now.
Oh,
I don't know what's in the coffins, but it's probably bad.
I'm gonna do like a check for traps and magic.
Okay. Arcana check if you're trained in it. Investigation check otherwise for traps.
I am not trained in it.
Anyone?
Arcana.
With my Devil's Sight, can I see?
Fuck
You
me.
can see everything with Devil's Sight. There's currently a bright light in this room which you can all see through. There's enough light from the drift globe, lighthouse, and the magical torches.
Okay, and this is
Good.
like where the room.
So, Elsyan?
I got a 23 on my roll.
On Arcana or Investigation?
Arcana.
Okay, Arcana.
It actually really doesn't matter with me, does it?
Yeah. Looking over, there is magic in the room. All of the coffins are magical. The magic seems to be encasing them almost.
Like they've got a magical seal around them, protecting them.
Something like that. In terms of investigation, you can't see any traps in the immediate vicinity.
I got an idea.
You're going to say, I got a knife, but go on.
I'm sitting in this corner.
He's got a knife!
Call that a knife?
Yeah.
This is a knife.
It's a knife.
I'm gonna sit in this corner right here.
Hmm?
And then I'm going to turn around towards facing here. And then I'm gonna say, Miyadal, we require your assistance.
Nothing appears.
We need something to burn.
The torch!
No, not the torch. We need.
Oh, I just
time.
hold up. No, I just hold up.
Wait.
I have that. I just hold out my hammer. I set it alight, and I pick up some of the time that we definitely have.
Yeah.
And just put
we
it
had
in.
tons of it.
Unless you made tons of it.
Yeah.
As you
Sorry, is there
begin
a
to
door
burn
here?
it,
Is there like a door here?
it's
Or should I
a
build this room?
it's compared to the rest of the room, which is circular. It's a flat depiction,
Ah, okay.
so it stands out from the rest. As you burn the time, the scent of it fills this portion of the room. Nothing happens.
I guess you can't make it here.
I don't like this.
I wanted to check in with her to see if she knew what this was before
Okay.
trying.
Behold, as you
Okay, I'm gonna jump off
As
the
you-
hold back at this point as well.
you've learnt your lesson from last time. As Behold
Yeah.
moves forward, and you can see happily over the top of this. You're high enough that you can see onto the platform. You see the coffin has a carved image onto the top of it. It is of a human king wielding a large two-handed greatsword, and he has a city below him. Think of it like he's standing upright with a noble face, almost looking a little bit downwards, and then about his waist level it gets cut off to be a carving of a city.
Can I open the coffin?
Okay, give me a strength check with disadvantage because... Oh no, just regular strength check because of the enlargement. Okay, you begin to pull and heave, and it feels like it should shift, but then as you do, you feel this magical essence burn through your hands. It doesn't hurt, but it's pulling against you, kind of just as general friction, like it's holding it closed.
Behold, come back. Don't mess with it.
But there's a picture here.
I don't like this.
Give Behold the
It's
crayon.
crazy.
It's a king with a big sword.
That's the sound of Sasha being very.
Can anyone do a
disappointed.
history check on it, please, for the love of God?
Walk up and take a look at it.
To humour the magic voice in the sky.
I'm
I'm gonna move
I'm
up.
gonna walk up and take a look at it.
Gonna humour.
Okay.
Can I humour the magic mouth sky?
Behold moves out the way as you're all standing around. Sasha, I'd recommend you move if you wish to. As you're all standing over the coffin looking down at it, you see a human individual. He has fairly simple features. He has this kind of a very neatly made beard. It's fairly close, it's very short trimmed, reaches down from his ears all the way down, links up with his mustache, and goes into a small point. Think Aragorn. And he has a crown atop his head, and he has a large greatsword which he's leaning on. The greatsword, you can see, has this mystical script written into the side of it, and you can see it on the edge of this. You can... who was doing a history check here?
I want to.
I'll do a history check just to humour the magic sky god Infernal.
Okay, where are my notes on this?
I shouldn't move that.
Wait,
I missed that word.
he has an inscription on his sword?
Yes, so suggesting it's magical.
Oh,
What inscription? What language is the inscription?
what language is it?
The inscription. Actually, what is the? It would be in. It would be in Celestial.
I can speak that.
Ah.
Yeah, I can read that. What is it? What does it say? Send it to me.
Might be a little bit disappointed or scared.
Oh, bish. Oh, this is not gonna go well. This is not gonna go well at all.
Sending it to you via Discord. That's what it says.
Ah, fuck this. No. Fuck. No.
Oh.
What does it say?
As,
What does it say?
Hold on.
Said what it's.
Who is doing a history check?
I was.
I
I
did. Malcolm and Elsyan.
You know what? I'm not trained in history, but I might as well
No.
try.
Okay.
Fucking why not? I get a
I
disadvantage.
am trained, so I'll give it a go.
Yeah, I got a 15.
Alright, I don't know anything.
That's a 7.
I'm a 3.
I'm rolling to tell when this was carved. It's a plus 1, I
Okay.
imagine.
This was carved. This would have been carved. Oh, now I gotta do reverse. I gotta do like proper reverse math here. Hold on.
Aha!
I gotta remember how old each of these characters would be. That's the total years in power. Okay. So, hold on. I need to open up an extra tab for this because this is proper math to figure out which one this one was.
Ludicrous challenges.
That plus that. Nope, not enough yet. Plus that. Plus that. Plus that. Plus that. Okay. This one is that one. Okay, this is, what you can tell, a depiction of Voldrick, the Sky King.
Okay.
Is human in nature.
Who is that?
Voldrick, Sky King. What did you roll, Elsyan?
I rolled a 15, and or total came to 15.
Okay, you say this is Voldrick, the Sky King. He was one of the cousins to the main line to the throne.
To which the throne? I
The
presume.
main Empire throne.
The main empire. Okay. There are many thrones.
Yes, Voldrick, Sky King. The main line to the throne. When the 4th Emperor was in place.
Interesting.
And in answer to how old this was, about 220 years ago.
Sasha, what does the sword say?
It's that inscription from earlier. I think at this point it's referring to him.
The blood one?
Yep, the Voldrick.
His wit.
Voldrick. Voldrick.
The one that this person here, I think it refers to him. Has anyone like out loud said his name yet?
Yeah.
Voldrick.
Elsyan would.
Voldrick.
Elsyan has.
We seem to be dealing with royalty here, boys. And Queglod.
Mr. Royal?
And Sasha.
I am a dwarf, thank you for noticing.
Shut up, Sasha.
Can you tell what kind of magic is holding it?
If anyone wants to do an Arcana check and you're trained in Arcana, go ahead and do it.
I mean,
Always about Arcana, no! What the hell happened to that? That's a 16.
I mean, does anyone want to spend 10 minutes here?
Yes, let me just sit next to this tomb and have a look over it.
You know what? Fuck it. I'm starting that. I'm actually gonna start it.
You're gonna start.
Alright, I'm gonna take a look at the door thing here.
Yeah, I'll come join you.
Okay. You identify this as abjuration, suggesting a protective ward. In terms of what Elsyan discovered with his Arcana check.
Cool.
How do you disable it?
Good question. Alright, so Malcolm, what are you doing at this time?
I'm looking at the door. I'm looking at the door and the heads and...
Okay. Looking over, you can see each head of Tiamat, each of the individual dragons there, and each one has a perfectly spherical indent. About the size of each of the orbs.
Are they kind of like... You said they're kind of like in a fan, right?
Think of it like this. Here is the body of Tiamat.
Okay.
1 head. 2 head. 3 head. 4 head. 5 head.
4 head.
Yes, 4 head.
Ha!
And then each of them would have their mouth open with the orb socket inside of it.
Alright, so,
I mean, I
don't suppose you can tell the type of dragon from.
You can
the shape
easily
of the
tell the
head.
types of dragon from the head.
Oh, excellent.
Yeah, so I'm gonna take...
You got the orbs then?
I can tell you now that it is in the following order.
Okay.
It is lightning, cold, acid, poison, fire.
Alright. I guess I'm gonna take the orbs out and start placing them in the respective
Okay.
mouths.
So which one do you start with?
Fire, of course.
Fire first. You place it in, and as you place it in, you pull your hand back. You're kind of expecting the orb to fall out, and as you place your hand back, you watch as these small red tethers link around it, forming almost a cross across it, holding it in place.
Alright. Then I'm gonna do the green one next.
Okay. Place the green one in. You watch the same thing occur as it links around each of them.
Alright, then blue.
Lightning one. Place it in.
Yep.
Links around again.
Then white.
Placing the cold one in. Same thing.
And then black.
As you place the last one in, the acid one, you watch as each of the orbs shimmer. And you watch as the black one, which is atop the main center part, splits in two. And you watch as the panel before you begins to open ever so slowly before it stops.
I broke it!
And
No!
you hear a and you watch, each of you now, as you're identifying this, the magical property from the coffin disappears. And there's a...
Do I notice this?
There's a... And the top of the coffin begins to slide to one side.
I am stepping back.
Can I help it?
As you grab the top of the coffin, you just yank it off and throw it to one side, and there's a skeleton there. And in what looks to be full splint armor. And it sits upright, and it begins to pull itself up and out of the coffin. You watch as all of the others begin to slide off to one side. Chung, 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 and each of the skeletons begin to stand up from each of them.
Hot diplomacy.
I try diplomacy. Give me your sword.
Give me a sword, bitch.
Give me a sword.
Is the sword there too?
He's wielding it.
Alright.
Funny enough, if someone's got a weapon, they're going to be using it.
Yeah.
Unless you're Elsyan, apparently.
Guess who's taking that weapon?
Do you want to make a strength check for it?
Yeah.
Alright, give me a strength check. It's just a regular roll.
Flips Bhold on his back.
Would I be able to help? No, it doesn't.
No, it doesn't matter. Alright, I gotta roll for his strength now.
Would I be able to help him with this?
Hold on. His
You're gonna
strength
try and telekinesis him with it.
20.
I'm going to try to use my
Well, 15 plus 5.
Yeah, he has a +7.
Oh.
So, yeah. That is a 7. Plus 7 is 14. You grab the hilt of the sword, or the greatsword, and you yank it from his grasp. You watch as he just like looks at the sword, looks at you, looks at his hands, and just like does fisticuffed motions. We're gonna end the session there for tonight, I think. Okay. Thank you everyone for joining us and for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode.
Oh boy.
And yeah, we'll be back next Sunday, hopefully. Unless anybody has anything to say otherwise. There's not too many exams going on, is there? Or
I should be fine, but
yeah,
I
it
will
should
get
be
back to you on that.
Next week should be fine for me, yeah.
okay, cool.
Cucumber.
So we will be doing a session again next week. Tune in at 7 PM UK time for the D&D stream. I will put on the title if otherwise. If you enjoyed, feel free to follow. If you're on the YouTube side, thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.
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 Bye.